That line kind of like, you know, it's almost like he's admitting that he's like a sociopath.
Well, like
it's like a confession, sort of.
Even in the clips that I saw, like he's being really shitty.
Oh yeah,
he says like really mean things.
He literally cannot help himself.
And he's like, "You're not gonna put this in the thing," and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna put it in."
Yeah, he can't help it.
It's him basically trying to convince everyone that he's like not a racist because of the, you know, what happened on Community. Like, you know, you've got plenty of other things to answer for, sir.
Yeah, and he can't answer that one appropriately.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, God damn it! I did it again. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Oh, no problem.
I watched the John Candy one, but that one was kind of boring. It was kind of like very cut and dry, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, he's not alive anymore, so you don't know what he was thinking.
It's true.
I like me.
Okay.
People like me.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, webisode 1016. The Fezandipiti podcast.
Fezandipiti do.
MomBrain, please tell us about Fezandipiti.
Sure thing. Sounds fun. Fezandipiti owes its beautiful looks and lovely voice to the toxic stimulants. That's the story of me.
Sounds like
give me those toxins.
Sounds like a band that Gem would go up against.
Yeah. To the toxic stimulants emanating from the chain wrapped around its body.
Ooh, Gem.
Gem is excitement. They're 4 feet tall. They're 66 pounds. They're only male.
Fashion and fame. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Sorry, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
We can talk about Gem later.
There's always time for more Gem discussion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't think of it. And the category is retainer. Abilities include toxic chain, the power of the Pokemon's
Toxic chain.
Exactly. The power of the Pokemon's toxic chain may badly poison any target the Pokemon hits with a move. That's the end of the Pokemon section.
Nice. Thanks, MomBrain. Glitter and glamour, fashion and fame.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Glitter and glamour, fashion and fame.
Gem.
Ooh.
Truly outrageous.
Is truly outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
Colonel, please draw pictures of Gem, but just for me. Thank you. Moving on. MomBrain is here.
I am here.
How are you doing, MomBrain?
I am so good because for lots of reasons, but number one, the sun's out. It's not warm.
It is
54
degrees,
but
55.
It's getting milder. My favorite season is right around the corner. This is my favorite time. The balance of the sweetness of spring and the pain of winter are existing all in the same place, and it just gets me.
I think we may have done it. It says tomorrow snow, but it's like nothing. It's far less than an inch, and it's like for 2 hours.
Snow.
But this coming week is all 40s and 50s. Then next week, starting with Saturday, is 64, 61, and 67. I think we may have made it. I think we may have made it.
But there's going to be another snow.
There's going to be another snow.
Not tomorrow's snow, but there's going to be another one after that.
Onion
and then
snow.
We're good.
This is in MomBrain's head. She doesn't have any forecast.
Mark my words.
I heard we were supposed to get more, but yeah, I think it's supposed to be pretty mild.
Yes. My schedule
I'm gonna be
for
outside
the next 10
sunning
days.
my butthole.
Just what do they call that?
That's not how you bleach it.
What? There's a special way to say that. For if you're like an influencer or something.
Oh.
Come on. Or if you're going to do it, you got to influence people.
Butthole maxing?
I'm hole maxing.
Hole maxing.
D maxing. I'm getting that vitamin D straight up my hole.
Dew is here. How are you doing?
Ooh.
Good to see you. And yes, your ears do not deceive you. Kirby's
here.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I'm back.
Kirby, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Echoing everything MomBrain said about the weather getting warmer and the sun being visible.
And the butthole talk as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a rough couple of weeks, but I'm feeling better now.
That's great to hear. That's what we like to hear, MomBrain. This is, I mean, if you try it, you could get it back to a pliable state.
Nice.
We put MomBrain bought some like, I don't know what it is, but it's Play-Doh that's supposed to not get dry, and we left this one piece out for a week, and I can still kind of mold it. So that's not something you could do with regular Play-Doh. So not bad.
Wow.
Josh is here. Josh, how are you doing, my friend?
Well, it was kind of just Kirby's birthday.
Well, where's your iPad?
In the living room.
No, I got it. You hold the fort down, MomBrain.
Also, that birthday was for Pokemon's 30th birthday,
Ooh,
which
only
according
30
to
years?
10th Division was yesterday.
Time flies when you're enjoying a series for 30 years. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Pokemon.
Oh, you know why? It's upstairs next to the bed. Also, did Ramit ask how you were, Do?
He did. He's
Okay.
And I said Uku.
All right, just making sure. I didn't wanna,
That was good enough for him.
But there is somebody that was left out.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, George. How you doing, bud?
Hey, what am I, chopped limer
Oh, George, we would never. We save the best for last, my friend.
I'm preparing myself to forgive you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's no need to be sour about it.
Oh, I like your style.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
You said hello to George, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody else would.
I wasn't here, George. I'm sorry. All right, I'm getting the
Is this thing on?
I know.
Stuff your sorries in a sack, a lime sack.
Hello, Radical Defect and 10th
Hell
Division.
yeah.
Roth and Giant Reggie and Ice Dilbert. What is this? National Tooth Fairy Day. What?
She a freak.
Tony De La Mancha,
I
Gecko
want your
Katune,
teeth.
Retsuza, Vachi, Drake, Zeldude,
One of Droth's kids
Burn and
made her
cheese.
promise that she wouldn't let the tooth fairy touch him
Yeah, right.
because he was terrified. He was like, "No, I'm not. She can't come in my room. I'll like leave my tooth somewhere else."
I feel like that's a
Yeah.
normal reaction.
It's very rational.
As a kid, I was probably the kid that would get into a stranger's car with candy. I was like, money? Knock my teeth out right now. I never even
a
thought
shiny
about
quarter.
how creepy it would be
Yeah.
to have like the tooth fairy come and steal your teeth. That's weird.
Yeah.
I need offerings of teeth. They must be the teeth of a child.
And we never found out like what she actually does with them, right?
You don't want to.
Well, your parents never told you because you're tender.
Tell me. Tender.
She's got like a bone temple, but it's made
You're
out
gonna
of
make
teeth.
something up.
That's
Tooth
where
temple.
Gotta watch that movie. Did you see Bone Temple?
Well, we were going to because my girlfriend was actually excited to see it, but then I read that it got pulled from theaters because it was doing so poorly.
Yes. So
and now it's like $19 to rent.
I guess. Well, you know what? I was talking about this. I was like, $19 to rent. Yeah, that is a lot. But honestly, it's better than a theater because a theater for 2 tickets would be $28 or something like that. And
Yeah.
at home, you could pause it and you got 48
And
hours
turn
to
it
watch
off.
it. And you can turn it off if you don't like it. You don't have to drive home.
Turn it off when you get bored. Yeah.
You were the one that Kirby, that I first talked about that movie with because you had seen it.
Yeah, we
And
saw 28 years later, and I might have to rewatch it because I came away like saying I think I hated that movie.
Well,
Yeah,
don't
no, you
rewatch it
did.
because I watched it for the first time this week and I also did not like it. I
Okay.
gave it a 3 out of 10.
But I texted you after I watched it because I knew you had just seen it, and I was like, we were like
Yeah, you
listing
were complaining
reasons why
about
it was
some plot
so
hole.
bad.
So poor Dew had to hear me this week go through what I'm sure
Yeah.
he told you already because it was a laundry list of things I
I
did not
was
like. about it.
glad to align with you on something. for
Right.
once.
Yeah, I'm glad we're all kind of on the same page about a movie.
Yes, 10th Division, it is true. I do always honestly score things, and there are things that I don't like. And 28 years later is one that I did not like.
But you gave it an actual number score. Which
Well,
is rare
so
for you.
my New Year's resolution just for myself is games, movies, shows. When I watch them, I make a note to make sure that I remember that I watch them, and I put a score so I can jog my memory as to like what I thought of the show. So,
Oh, well, that's a good.
because I know
practice.
if I put the number with it, because I don't usually do numbers like, I don't do them on the site, and I don't do them in general too often for myself. But I know if I put the number there, it will jog my memory. Yes, 28 years later was a 3, and it's a shame because I was on a string of movies that I was really enjoying. I watched Hamnet, which I gave an
Oh,
8.
okay.
I really liked it. I watched Eternity, which I really liked. I also gave an 8. And then I watched Rental Family, which I also really liked and gave that an 8. It was
That's
3.
starring John Cena.
No, it's
It's
Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser.
Gets adopted by a Japanese family or something.
You know what?
Or,
That is close enough.
rented.
Yes, it gets rented. Yes, that's true. So I watched those 3 and I was like, this is great. And then I watched 28 Years Later because my cousin said that Bone Temple is amazing. And I was like, well, I saw, the 2 before that, but I didn't see 28 Years Later. I was like, I guess I'll watch that. And then I'll watch Bone Temple. And I watched 28 Years Later. I was like, boy, this was really bad.
Yeah, and the reviews I read for it were like, I think a little too positive.
The reviews, so I went back to be
In
nosy
general.
too. They are way higher than I thought they would be. They're
Yeah.
not like astronomically high or anything, but like clearly we all thought this was not a very good movie, and the critics did not feel that way. They felt it was at least a serviceable to good movie. So I'm shocked. And I said I think I got a lot of problems. One of my biggest problems is I don't think like Danny Boyle's style in that movie is cranked up to 11, and it just doesn't work for me in the movie. Like his style works in other things for me, like Train Spotting and like the original 28 Days Later.
Oh, when you say his style, are you talking about like all the like camera movement?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like that's part of
Stuff like
28
that.
Days Later, but it's not like a huge part. He doesn't do it as much as he does in this movie. And this one, I was like, this is just like everybody getting shot. When zombies get shot in this one, it's like the pause and then like the camera spins like 35 degrees.
Yeah.
And like it's too frenetic of a camera, and it made the movie feel like a B movie to me the whole time. It just
Yeah, and that remember the part where they were showing like that random movie footage, and that Kipling poem was being like spoken, and
yes,
that was like very like film student to me.
I didn't want to be mean, but yeah, it comes off amateurish to me, and I know the guy is far better than an amateur, but this just, I don't know what happened. It was like he was there on set, and somebody was like, "What if we do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, go do that." And they just did, and they put his name.
I don't care. I'm
it,
shooting this movie on an iPhone. I don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, did not like it, but I am gonna watch Bone Temple and give it a shot because that was the whole point of watching this other one. So
I'll give it a shot too.
The reviews for Bone Temple are insanely good. Like they're really, really high. So who knows? But
It's just like, and the way 28 Years Later ended with that gang of like breakdancing wig wearing weirdos, like, and the fact that they're like a big part of this new movie and like it's getting huge reviews, like I would have thought it would be even worse.
That end of that movie with those guys in the tracksuits and women in tracksuits like flipping around and cartwheeling and like doing like ninja moves to kill. I'm like, what did this movie just become in the last 10 minutes? I was like, I already didn't like it, and now I got to end on this note. I was like, what's happening here?
So weird.
Hi, No Blades, No Boats. I watched it. And I was like, this is like a joke. Like somebody else came in and finished the movie. Because the first person was like, boy, I did a real bad job. And the second person was like, wait, I can do worse. And it ended with that. It was so bad. I just really didn't like it. But that shows you how much worse a movie has to get for me to score it lower. Because a 3 is a 3. It's not a good movie in my opinion, but there's still lower to go. I've seen worse movies than that. So, but maybe Bone Temple will turn things around, which I keep calling, now I forget, The Bone Collector, because that's another movie. And I keep accident saying The Bone Collector.
A rare Denzel L.
I might have seen The Bone Collector in theaters.
I think I did too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I think we saw it together. Noticed the new tablecloth.
That is correct. MomBrain put together a new table for today. New tablecloth, which is just plastic see-through, but underneath is the ALF tablecloth that Crazy Colonel sent us with the ALF playing cards that were trading cards that were sent to us as well. So this is the table's ultimate form. It cannot get any better than this. MomBrain redecorated on the walls. There's a little Sonic, Zelda, ALF shrine behind too.
I'm also gonna take that elf pendant and make it into like a sun catcher.
You're charging it. Oh, that'd be amazing.
So I'm gonna get some like old chandelier crystals or something. Yeah.
This is Dew walked in, saw everything, and he's like, there's a lot of ALF. You got a lot of ALF stuff. And I was like, yes, I do. Thanks to Colonel. It's there's this is quickly becoming a shrine to all things ALF,
becoming Melmac.
which is rest in peace, Melmac, which is something I'm totally fine with. But anyway,
Some people strive for heaven on earth, not us. We strive for
Melmac is a
Melmac on
place
Earth.
Ooh, all right. I want to talk about one thing before we get into the Patreon stuff. And that one thing is, did you guys see the picture from the God of War TV show?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I did.
Okay.
It looks just like from the game. Right? There's like a kid with a bow and arrow in the foreground, and then there's a big shirtless man with like paint all over his body. I know nothing about God of War. Just kidding.
So you saw it and you thought it looked like the game, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too interested, so I didn't look too hard. I kind of was like, that looks like AI. Like it looks like a drawing, but
people did say that. People thought it looked like AI, but it is real. But people also, I saw the picture and I was like, I'm not interested in the show. Whatever. Maybe if I hear it's excellent, I'll watch it.
It's
but
a
I'm
show,
not
a movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like set out. I don't care about God of War. I like the games enough, but I don't care about them enough to watch the show. But I'm not against it. Like I said, if I hear it's good, I'll give it a shot. But people saw that picture and I was shocked by, I shouldn't have been shocked, but I was shocked by how much people hated it. Like really, really hated it.
Okay.
Let me see if I could bring up the Reddit thread. But the Reddit thread is not indicative, or the Reddit thread isn't any different from all the other conversations I've seen. So go ahead, Deux.
I was just gonna say, well, I don't know. I didn't finish the game. I played quite a bit of it, but I don't know that much about it to see one screenshot like that and think that that's terrible. To be honest, I thought it looked like the game.
Well, that's the game. That's the thing. I also thought it looked like the game, but the picture is not from an episode. Like it's not from, they just took like a promotional picture.
Shot,
yeah, exactly. And I think that's what's really throwing people off because the lighting is not done for the show. The lighting is not, or the outfits aren't like, gussied up for how they will be, like Kratos is going to be dirtier and whatever. Like it's not it's not like they took a picture from one of the episodes and they're like, put it out there. This was a promotional picture.
Okay. Yeah, the show's going to be much harder to see than like physically see.
So
dim it down.
I'm scrolling through the Reddit and it's all picture reactions of people being absolutely disgusted. Here, I'm going to read you just comments that.
What does David Jaffe think?
Forget it. That guy again. He complained about the new God of War game. Yeah, was being a real bitch about it.
I read a little bit of that. That's the only God of War related stuff I've read about.
And it's funny because he was complaining about that God of War. And people were bringing up again the Metroid thing that we talked about years ago. Where they're like, "Are you the same dude who couldn't get through Metroid?" But anyway,
what's with that guy? He can't just say something positive about a game.
No, we know.
It's so weird.
Listen, now we know what kind of.
I guess this game's okay, but it sucks, and no one should play it.
Yeah,
that's basically what he said.
I think we know what kind of person he is now. We just didn't know that about people back then. Here's some comments from Reddit. Single dad on a budget cosplay vibes. There you go. Man, if this is in fact a real image, it's rough.
I mean, technically, he is a single dad, Kratos.
That's right. This looks hella cheap. Ouch. Kratos looks like he's from a scary movie spoof. This looks like it's from Epic Movie. This looks like an SNL skit. This looks like poor cosplay.
Wow.
Looks so bad. Individual by themselves. I like all the actors, so nothing against them. On paper, they're great, but when I saw this image, holy shovel, yikes.
I thought it was that people didn't like that they didn't cast the voice actors, so they were all butthurt about it. But
people, if anything, reacted very positively to the actors that were in it. They liked that. They thought they looked the part.
That's good.
God of War from Temu. That's pretty funny. Nah, I'm good. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
So they're saying it looks cheap.
Yes.
For the most part.
Kratos' outfit looks too clean and plasticky. Listen, I'm not skipping over the nice ones. I haven't found a nice one. Here we go. This is kind of nice. Shame it doesn't start at the beginning of the story, but let's see what they will come up with. Okay. Followed by the next comment. Looks like shovel. Modern TV cannot do good lighting, costume design, or CGI. It's so frustrating. The people that I can't believe people are bent out of shape over the lighting on this and don't recognize this is not like a shot from it's a promotional picture. Whatever. Kratos looks like David Harbour covered in baby powder. I agree with that one.
That
I do agree with that
a
one.
Funny premise for just something.
Maybe they should have gone with a different stance for Kratos. It looks like he's stooping to take a shovel. It looks like that. I'll give you that one.
Imagine
Boy, wipe my ass.
poops. It's as big as Jormander. Is it Jormander? What is it?
That's a Pokemon dude. You can't stop thinking of
No.
It's something like that. It's something
it's-
close. But God, I hate what these digital cameras have done to film. Why does this look like it was produced by AI? Can't stand the over stylized look. Also, Kratos, please go to the gym. Garbage with 5 laughing, smiling faces.
I love that too. The laughing, like they're laughing because they hate it. Okay, I guess that's funny.
As much as I tend to criticize the male fantasy body shape in most content, Kratos is the one character that's supposed to look so muscular. It's silly. They needed someone with the body shape of the Rock or the Mountain for his character. Also, why does Atreus have gel in his hair in the middle of the woods? Why?
Oh, that's not gel.
I don't. When I played, not the newest God of War, but the one before it, Kratos didn't seem like overly muscular to me. His body didn't look overly muscular. Sure, he had muscles, but he wasn't like, crazy ripped or anything. I didn't have a dad bod, but he wasn't like, it wasn't like, The Rock in WWE or something like that. So I looked at it differently.
He's
I
never
don't know.
been hulking. He's more just been like real fit, right?
Great comment, because this guy says, reminds me of the 78 TV series, The Hulk.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's crazy. Like, that shows just how disingenuous you're being to compare this God of War TV show picture to the Hulk TV show from the 70s. Like, that looked horrendous. This does not look anything like that.
Poor Ferrigno.
Who thought this was a good idea? Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So yes, the internet.
Nah, why Kratos? Kinda.
So we went from positive impressions of the actors to outright bashing of the one picture, and now the show will somehow have to claw its way back to relevancy to gain an audience, at least when it comes to gamers. But who knows? We've seen movies, or we've seen. Oh my God, there he is at the table with us! Wow, MomBrain, what happened to you in that picture? What happened to you? Oh, you're there, but you're just with somebody else now too.
Wow.
Boy, wow, that's he looks pretty good there.
It actually
Dylan and I
looks
were
better.
combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think that's what happened.
Oh no.
I think this picture right here looks better than the TV show.
It kind of does. I was gonna mention that.
Go to the Discord to see what we're talking about. It's us hanging out with Kratos and Boy at the table during the podcast. So anyway, not surprisingly, the internet hates something, but I was just, again, I shouldn't have been surprised by how much hate they were showing for this, but they showed a lot of hate.
Do you think it could be?
Hi, Tater Tot. That is very funny. Radical Defect.
Do you think it could be the type of audience that likes that kind of game? I mean, obviously, it's going to get hate no matter what, but like maybe just the amount of hate. Do you think it's like just because and I'm generalizing, but like the audience for a game like that could be more of the Call of Duty bros rather than people who give a crap about art and video games?
I don't know for sure. I would kind of agree with you that that's probably a decent portion of the audience, but maybe that's wrong.
How many of them were bots?
But yeah, that's the other thing. That's certainly some of them were bots. And then on top of that, there were comments that I read in a thread last night that were all pointing to the Legend of Zelda movie, saying that the first picture from that movie looked good. And I was like, oh, all right.
Really?
Some people, I thought the Zelda picture looked fine. I mean, the picture that was shown from that movie is certainly more like indicative of what you would expect from seeing in the actual movie rather than just the promotional picture. But I was surprised that so many people were saying that and pointing to that as like, look, this looks good. Why does Kratos look so bad? Where I was like, I thought people for sure would hate this too, but I don't know. Maybe they're just being doubly disingenuous because they want to make their point about hating God of War even more, that they're going to be like, look, even the Zelda garbage looks better than this. So who knows? But
they should have cast
jokes on you. It all looks like garbage.
We'll all be there day and date with the Zelda movie and the God of War TV show, and we'll give you our full thoughts for sure. Hey, Rock, yeah, good to see you. Moving on, let's do Patreon. MomBrain, did you know that you can join the GoNintendo Patreon
For $1.
for $1 whole. We got. Oh my God. Mom,
What's
it's your
going on over
it's,
there?
It's MomBrain's fault. She changed up the table, and now my phone doesn't sit right. I want to thank some new people for joining the Patreon this week. I really appreciate it. That's what it is.
For $1.
For $1. They joined for
Oh,
$1.
here.
No, I'm good.
I have
You need your
I'm
phone
good.
coaster.
Wait, I got the perfect solution. I got Play-Doh over here. I'll try it. MomBrain's giving me a phone stand. Hey, Joe Shabadoo, good to see you.
Well, it seems like that's what you could use right now.
Let's see.
Because
No,
your
it's-
phone
try
won't
the
stand.
phone stand instead of the action
What?
figure.
Well, it doesn't fit in the thing.
I
I'm
would
just resting it
prefer
on
to
top.
complain about MomBrain.
No, I don't prefer to complain. I love
I love you too. Doesn't
you.
mean
You
you
threw me under the bus last night, by the way, too. You want to tell that story?
Mm.
You also want to talk about how you didn't believe my peacock story?
And
Clearly.
he had these loaded,
He's
locked
not
and
in front of the
loaded,
listeners.
Oh,
waiting
we
for
talked
this
about both.
moment.
We talked about both last night.
Waiting for this moment
MomBrain.
to unleash.
a moment like this.
Patreon for $1. Thanks for the people who joined the Patreon. Here's what I talked about.
You'll be
This-
paying for our divorce.
Here's what I talked about this week. It's gonna be we're gonna pocket that money because we ain't married.
You know, I have an aunt who did that. She had
Pocketed the
3
money?
divorces paid for, still married until he recently died.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. 3 different people, and we only found out when we got together for my grandmother's memorial. Yep, that's a pretty smooth move. I
3
think.
times over.
Right.
That's actually
Right?
smooth, yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Here's what I talked about on Patreon. I talked about book skippers. Did I talk about this on the podcast a little bit last week? Because I was surprised and learned that people do this, and I had no idea. And I guess I'm stupid for not knowing it.
Wait,
but
did you say it that way intentionally?
Lint Liquor
Book skipper,
yes,
okay.
You got it. Always. Everything goes back to Lint
I
Liquor.
find it hard to believe that you were a Pizza Hut book it kid and you have no idea that people skip books.
Well, I'm talking about, so let me clarify what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about people
skim through books.
who say they love books and read books all the time. And then I only just recently find out that they're skimming through or skipping sections. And I was like, wait, but
I just
I
found
don't
this out
understand.
too.
I
Actually.
love pizza. Sometimes I don't finish my pizza.
you go back and finish it later.
Maybe.
This is so different. And you know, it's
Okay.
true. You're not going back into the book later to skim unless you're like, boy, I don't understand what's going on. Maybe it's because I skipped portions of the book. Like, this is crazy
I
to me.
skip portions of books that I really am not in. I've
So
done
you
it.
skipped a lot of Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, and that's I think the only book I've ever really skipped parts of. There's one other.
I heard you talk about skimming when the family was here.
Yeah,
so
and
you-
I will reiterate that I do that if there's something really stressful going on in the book and I want to know if it gets resolved by the end of the page.
Listen, you can skip.
And then I go back and read the page.
You
but
can
I gotta
skim. I'm not shaming for any of that. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
I did not even fathom that this was a thing. It wasn't a thought that ever came into my mind. So finding it out is shocking because I heard it from you and like the big book readers in the family. And then I went online to read about it and I didn't skim through and found out a whole bunch of people do the same thing. And I'm like, this is so shocking to me. I didn't know people did that. I thought like, if you're sitting down to read something, which you are doing for your enjoyment, then you are enjoying what you're doing. Now, I
And
understand
if
you
I'm
might.
not enjoying what I'm doing, I'm skipping it.
I know, I get that, but like that's like if you're watching a movie and you're not liking a movie, you turn it off, and that's that. But like books take so much more of a time commitment that. And also, you're not taking in any visual information. Like, I don't know how you decide where to skip and where to skim to not get lost later on. Like, has it happened where you're like, oh, why something doesn't click here? What did I must have skipped over something important. Has that happened?
Mm-mm.
You're just that good.
Well, so my because I also recently discovered that this was like a common practice among readers. My girlfriend just recently started that. I've just been calling them the fairy smut books.
There's so many.
Those like Sarah Moss novels.
What's that? Akatar?
She's a little bit of a problematic author.
Is it Akatar?
Yes.
Oh.
So
Why would you say that when you read it already?
I didn't finish it because
Yes, but
I
you already
learned
read
that she's problematic.
You did this high and mighty approach. You were there. Be nice to people. Say, hey, maybe you didn't know she sucks.
But I'm saying that I just want to.
If you're gonna skim a book, her books are the ones to skim, is what I'm saying.
That like
Yeah, because they're apparently not very good. My girlfriend doesn't seem to be enjoying reading them that much, even though she's already on the second book and she complains about it a lot.
The second book is the best out of the ones I've read.
Okay.
The first one, not so hot.
Well, I read the first book.
Okay.
Because MomBrain and lots of family members were talking about how much they love the series. So I was like, I'm curious. And they're like, you probably won't like it because it's smut or what. I was like, I don't care about any of that. Like, as long as I'm enjoying it, it could be about anything. If I enjoy the book, I enjoy the book.
Yeah. I was at half mast.
It was terrible.
Tops.
It was terrible. It was like, so I read like 40% of it. And I was like, this is like Beauty and the Beast, but way, way worse. And they were like, it changes. It changes. It never changed. I finished the whole first book, and you know what they told me? After I finished the first book, they're like, "Yeah, the first book sucks." But then I was like, "Where was this talk?" And I was like, and the whole thing's like Beauty and the Beast, and they're like, "Yeah, you're right." I was like, "You assholes were lying to me the whole time because I brought this up so many times," and they're like, "No, it changes." It didn't change. That book was so bad, in my opinion, that it stopped me from reading for like 6 months. I was like, that's it. Now I feel like I used to feel about books. It was terrible. But now I got back into reading because of The Raven Scholar, which is excellent so far.
Excellent.
I'm 80% through. It's probably my favorite book I've ever read so far. So,
but
great comeback story. But anyway.
Oh yeah. So anyway, my girlfriend, explained to me that she had skipped portions of the first book because she was like, okay, I get it. Like, I don't. Yeah, she knew she didn't have to like pay too much attention because it was becoming so predictable.
I understand his throbbing member. I get it. Yeah, I mean, and there's what, like 5 or 6 of those books?
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently there's reference to the wetness.
Well, constantly.
You know what? There's a lot of reference to in those books. Eyes narrowing.
Yes.
She talks about darkening and narrowing all the time. It was like she had no other way to say whatever. I don't know what she was trying to say.
Her entrance. That's always, and there's a lot of
the front or the back.
There's a lot of roosters twitching.
There was something
say that
else
a lot.
that there was a lot of something. I don't remember, some kind of reaction to something. But I was like, was it teeth clicking or something like? I don't remember what it was, but I was like, man, over and over and over. Like yeah. Oh yeah. Not for me. But yes. So welcome to the world. You and I joined it together, finding out that people are skipping portions of books, and I had no idea.
I mean, that's kind of encouraging to me because for the longest time I've felt that I'm like a pretty poor reader. But now that I know I can just like start skipping paragraphs when I get bored.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Now I'm like, boy, these people I've talked to about books or shows or whatever, in my mind now, I'm like, how much did you actually read? How much did you actually watch? Am I having a conversation with someone who watched like 60% of this show or read 40% of this book? I don't know.
Oh, and you know what? I actually did read and finish a book recently. It was a choose your own adventure book.
Ooh.
Which means I technically skipped a lot of the
but that's by design. That's by design.
And it was all about like I was a mountain explorer, and in the book, you're like hunting for the Yeti, and then it turns out that there's like a race of Yetis, and they're like the guardians of Shangri-La. And I was like, wait, wasn't this the plot of Uncharted 2?
Wow.
So that was crazy.
But which came first?
Kirby, have you read Dungeon Crawler, Carl?
No.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Dungeon Crawler Carl will be my next book because I've had so many people in my real life and my internet life recommend me this series, and they're saying they love it. And I know the series in general has been popular for a while, but last year into this year in particular, it's like really taken off. Like it's gotten extremely popular. MomBrain read the first one and really didn't like it, but I want to find out for myself, especially with so many people recommending it. So that will be my next book, and I'll see how I feel. But it's like 2 swings and misses lately with us in books. You don't like Dungeon Crawler Carl, or I don't want to say you didn't like Project Hail Mary, but there were lots of portions that you didn't like.
Yeah.
But you want to see the movie.
I loved the story.
Yes.
And I loved I loved one of the characters. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't think was important to read.
Well, reviews of the movie have been fantastic.
And I recognize that I'm in the minority.
It'll be an enjoyable adaptation. Tony De La Mancha says, I also didn't like it much. It's the Ready Player One for our generation. That's got to be about Dungeon
No.
Crawler Carl.
That's
right?
exactly what I said.
That is what MomBrain
But I
says.
actually liked Ready Player One, the book.
There's a movie that I
you
think I would
hated.
also give a 3. I might even go lower. I'd have to watch it again. Boy, did I hate that movie. I really, really didn't like that. That was I remember seeing that in the theater and being like, what is going on here? Like, I don't get me wrong. I can enjoy a movie or a book or a game that's like throwing different IP together as long as I feel that it works. But with that movie, I was just like, they're just
Not when it's like every IP
farting
ever.
everything out here to be
Yeah.
like, hey, remember this, remember this, remember this, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. Now I don't want to anymore.
So anyway, book skippers, your secret's out. Now I know. And when you talk to me about books, if I find out you're a skipper, I'm not going to trust your opinion all that much. But that's
Because
just
you're a
me.
book skipper.
Also wrote about Marathon, the new game from Bungie, which is actually an old game from Bungie, but this is their new take on Marathon. It's an extraction shooter. The server slam trial is going on right now, so you can try it before the game comes out. I was hoping I had the chance to try the server slam to talk about it today, but I haven't had enough time to do that. So unfortunately, you'll have to wait until next week. But I am going to get in on the server slam because I like Bungie's games. I really liked Halo when Bungie was doing Halo. While Destiny I faded out of, there were things I faded away from. I really liked certain portions of Destiny. And I remember we
played
there were
that for a
times where we
while.
had Destiny, a lot of fun with Destiny. Yeah, we just didn't. We got in like right at the beginning, and there was very little content in the game, and it was very grindy, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I know that tainted my experience. So, but obviously the game has grown exponentially since then. But yes, we had fun with Destiny for a short while there. So I think when it comes to those kind of mechanics and Bungie, I think they can do an excellent job. So my history with them is good enough for me to give Marathon a shot. I've only played, as far as I know, one other extraction shooter, which was Helldivers, which I really didn't enjoy. There was like the first time we played where I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was okay. And then we played the second time. I was like, I don't know. I don't like this. But that's not going to make me turn away from extraction shooters altogether. So I'll try Marathon and I'll see what I think. I'm probably going to give it a go tonight at some point and see what happens. But I've been purposefully avoiding like thoughts and impressions of it because I want to make sure I let things come at me and I experience them without knowing what's already coming my way. So we'll see. But I know it's doing well numbers wise. I know people are out there playing it and it's getting pretty close to Arc Raiders numbers. And Arc Raiders is the biggest extraction shooter right now. So seems like people are at least willing to give Marathon a shot. So we'll see if that relates to sales because this is not a free-to-play game when it comes out. It's a paid experience. I think it's $40. I could be wrong on that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I also talked about, it's funny, we talked a little bit about this earlier before the podcast. Game sizes and when a game is so big that it actually prevents you in your mind from going to play the game because you're like, we've all got game backlogs and entertainment backlogs. And when it comes to games, there are certain things that may prevent you from playing that. Well, I guess it happens with TV shows where you're like, oh, this is a 24 episode season and each episode is an hour. And that's a lot of time.
One Piece, we were just saying yesterday.
I would love to get into
Yeah.
One Piece, but I can't be like, I got time for 1,100 episodes right now. With games, some games take 60, 80, 100, 150 hours, something like that. And there's games that I want to play where I'm just like, I just know realistically, I do not have the time to consecutively contribute to this. And it bums me out because I want to play, but I may have a block where I could put in like 2 weeks and get to 40 hours or something like that. And then I'll have a month where I just can't do that. And then I'm like, where was I? What was I doing? And you're like, I'm not even a third of the way through this game. What am I going to do? So I was talking about like the 100 line. I really want to play the 100 line. I know it's reviewed really well. It's something that really interests me, but I know that game is chock full of content and has hundreds of hours worth of stuff to do. And I'm just like, I can't do that right now.
That is correct.
I want to play Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. But again, I know they went in purposefully to handle that game and cut down on the amount of content compared to the original Dragon Quest VII. But we're still talking, I believe, from what I've seen, especially in comments on this Patreon, that it's like 60 hours, if not more. That's still a really decent chunk of time that I can't. the desire is there, but the thought of like squeezing in a 60-hour game into like all the other things that I'm doing and the stuff that I have to do and the other stuff that I want to experience is just preventing me from doing it. So I know I'm not alone in this. It's just frustrating. Dew and I, before the podcast, were talking about Resident Evil Requiem, where people are complaining that it's like a 10 to 15-hour game, which is odd because
that sounds great.
Which is odd because I don't look at Resident Evil games as being long, and I feel most of them fit into 10 to 20 hours. And also, yes, I'm like, that's not like a short experience, but it's also not gruelingly long, and I'm down for that. Give me a 10 to 20 hour experience.
With like a Resident Evil game, I don't want it to like drag on for too long. I don't want to get bored.
And if I want to return to Resident Evil, like Requiem doesn't have a mercenaries mode or anything like that, but I'm sure at some point it will offer something like that. And that's a great thing to return to and get some more playtime out of. You're like, I want to go in and kill some more zombies and stuff, but just for fun. And then you go play mercenaries mode or something like that. So I don't know. I'm not saying those longer games shouldn't exist. They 100% should exist. I'm just saying with the things going on in my life, I don't have the time to commit to 100-hour game, let alone multiple 100-hour games. Otherwise, I'm only going to play that and miss out on 20 other games that I want to play. So aren't
you playing
stuff
like Expedition 33 and
and that's look at that. That's a perfect example. Like I had a block of time where I could put in like 10 hours with that game, and then a whole bunch of other stuff popped up, and I lost where I was, and I didn't have time to get back to it. And I was like, I really got to get back to it. And I got back into it recently, and I put in another 15 hours into that game, and I'm like, I know the game has 3 acts. I'm not in the 3rd act yet, and I'm like, now I got other things coming out that I got to review and other things that I want to play, and I'm like, I can feel myself losing connection with it again, and I'm like, I either have to sit down and force myself to play this, and that makes me feel bad about the game, which I don't want to have happen. It's frustrating, but yeah, like aren't
you playing another RPG like a Dragon Quest or it's
well,
Fire Emblem or something?
I still have Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake that I was playing, and I'm like in the final part of that, but I have to get back to that. Yeah, and I'm like, I know I'm at the final part, but the final part could mean another 15, 20 hours, and I don't want to look up online what's going to happen, but I can look up online to see like a chapter breakdown of like where I'm at, what I'm doing, and how much more there is. And I'm like, there's like a decent chunk of stuff to do. So again, if I was going to just stick with that one game, it'd be like, it would take away the fun of the game, and I would miss so many other things that I want to play, and it just ruins the whole experience altogether. And I don't want to look negatively on it. When I returned to Clair Obscur, it's because I had a window to do so. But now that window is pretty much closed, and I'm feeling bad about it. But, I went back to it once. I can go back to it again. I don't want to lose that spot, and I don't want to lose that momentum. But that's exactly why I'm talking about this stuff, because I just don't have the time to commit to it. And then on top of all that, we have our Fortnite time when we play, and I am 100% not going to skip out on Fortnite time with friends to play single player games like that. Playing online with friends is more to talk with friends than it is to play Fortnite. I'm not skipping Fortnite time to play a single player game. That's not the purpose of playing Fortnite to me. The purpose is to laugh and have fun with friends. And there's nothing that's going to beat out that for me. There's nothing that's going to take me away from that. So the Fortnite time is a non-negotiable. Like, it's not like, I could just not play Fortnite tonight and I'll play Clair Obscur. No, like that's not, it doesn't matter how good of an experience I have from a game, a show, a movie. It's not going to, for me, trump hanging out with friends virtually or in person. So that's just another block. If I had no friends, then I'd probably have more time to play this stuff, but that's not the way it's going. So,
and I'm sorry, you were talking about this this other Dragon Quest game. Did you say they like streamlined it to be like shorter? Or?
Yes, Dragon Quest 7 reimagined. So Dragon Quest 7 originally was known to be a pretty tough slog. Like there was a lot of filler and it took a really long time. And then they did the 3DS version which I believe cut down on some of that, but people still complained. And this new one, Reimagined, has taken like a sizable chunk out of the experience and streamlined things, but it's still like a 60 plus Hyrex, a 60 plus hour game.
Did they just like remove a lot of the cutscenes?
I know they cut out some side stuff, and they combine story elements into like chapters instead of like piecemealing things throughout the story how they used to be. So I know the writers took it very seriously, and like there's things that were cut 100%. I know that, but I don't know the exact details of this is gone and this is still here and this was streamlined. But yes, it's supposed to be the most breezy version of Dragon Quest VII. But still,
it's interesting that we have a scenario where the players wanted less content.
Yeah, that is one that people complained about a lot. So, Radical Defect says 100% Dragon Quest VII in 111 hours, 100% Dragon Quest VII 3DS in 80 hours, and 100% Dragon Quest VII Reimagined in roughly 55 hours. He says the story is largely the same between the two games, but some optional content was cut. Only 3 islands of the bunch. So there you go. So they just managed to compact everything into a much. I mean, if you're going from 111 hours to 55 hours, then they cut out a decent. They streamlined a decent amount of stuff. But
for sure.
Still, call me crazy. I think 55 hours is a lot of time.
Interesting.
Crazy. Thank you.
Interesting.
Finally, somebody.
How?
On a shirt.
Hey, Malik, Halo.
How Radical Defect can say. The story is largely the same between the two games, but some optional content was cut out. Sort of like...
If it's optional, then...
Sort of like skipping stuff in a book.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. If the author wrote it and cut it, you're the reader. You're not the writer. You're the player. You're not the developer.
That is a false equivalency.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're again... Honestly, I don't think anything's wrong with it. Do it however you want. That's fine. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. When I talk to you about your opinion on a book, a movie, a TV show, and I find out you've skipped things, it will make me question what you're missing out on and what the experience is. But it is your right to do that.
What I will give you is that if I skipped, I will tell you. I'm not going to tell you an opinion on something. And
see, I think that's totally fine. But the truth is, you didn't tell me because I only just learned that about you now.
I told you about Project Hail Mary. I'm telling you, I hardly ever do that.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? We were talking about Project Hail Mary and how you were skipping things and all that, and why as I've said many times famously in books, I don't like when they overly describe things. It drives me insane, although I don't skip it. But in Project Hail Mary, he describes a lot of stuff. And I think I finally have zeroed in on why it doesn't bother me.
Oh, good.
In most books, it is, someone talking in third person about it. Mm-hmm. Or, some unseen narrator describing it. In Project Hail Mary, you are reading it first person through him. He's having a conversation with himself, which I can't explain why, but to me, that's so much more engaging. Like I actually feel like I'm going through something because he's not explaining the science to himself because he already knows the science. He's just working through it, which makes it more engaging for me. And in books, it's like, last night I'm reading The Raven Scholar, and she's going to the tiger place. I don't know. And listen, this is going to be all wrong, but
what was she wearing when she went there?
The wood came from trees that were cut down 60 years ago, and the tapestry was woven by this thing, and the archways were designed after this old story. And I'm like,
I can see it now. That's actually really interesting.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm like,
like
just
I'm there right
walk
now.
in the building and make the thing happen. Like we all know why we're here. These two people are going to fight. I want to see the outcome of this fight.
Need to start skipping parts of books, man. Holy, the way you talk, you got to start skipping
you're
them.
Clearly in agony.
Holy,
just like waiting for the characters to either like kill each other or like
bone
each other.
I know I was going to get pushback on that. I just want. Now this might be a little harsh.
When do they get to the boning?
The plot to move forward. Like I just want like all that later on. Like I haven't read a lot of books, but I've never read a book where someone later on was like, Thank God that you explained the family that made this chair 70 years ago, because that really mattered to whatever. It never has happened for me. Maybe there's a book out there where it does happen and it matters, and I will point it out and be like, finally, it matters. Now I know why they explain all
He's
this.
a story man. He's not a world building man.
Listen, here's what it is. I am a Bob Ross kind of painter, where he makes beautiful stuff, but he gets it done in a half hour, and look at that, done. Anybody could do it. I'm not I don't know. I'm sure Picasso took a long time to paint stuff, and took 80 hours to do. And
Perhaps if you visited a museum every now and again, you would you would know.
Do you know how many museums
I'm kidding.
I've been to?
I'm kidding.
Listen, if you want to go to a museum, I'll go. I mean, it'll be fine. As long as they got one of those machines you put the penny in and you put your eyes in and you crank
nice,
them.
yeah.
Or
to the train tracks.
Or penny crusher. Give me a penny crusher too. That'd be great.
Like a penny press?
Yeah. Then anything with a penny, I'm fine. I used to do those. They weren't pennies, Nickelodeons all the time. That was my favorite thing, where you put the nickel in and watched a little black and white show. They were at a lot of drugstores where I grew up. Almost all the drugstores I went to had those, and I used to do them all the time.
Like before you moved here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved them. But anyway, I hate books, and I hate people that read books. Moving on.
And we should burn them all.
This is there's two big ones that I'm gonna skip. So this is the last minor one. Games with that feeling. I'm putting quotes around that because I can't. That's beautiful, Ice Dilbert. I can't.
Looks very springy and
describe the feeling, but I can give you words that explain the feeling I get. So I have two examples: Echo the Dolphin and Rayman, the original Rayman. To me, there's something about those games that make them soothing yet uncomfortable, relaxing yet kind of disconcerting, almost otherworldly. There's just some kind of vibe atmosphere that's created by kind of backrooms, but backrooms are more overall scary and uncomfortable without the soothing and relaxing part. Although it would be nice to just sit in the back room and have it be quiet.
Yeah.
The top layers of the back room where everything's fine. You're just hanging out in a chair. But those kind of games, I was looking for people to talk about games. First, I just wrote this last night, so I haven't read if anybody agrees or disagrees. But I was looking if anybody else felt that way about those games, and if they had any other games in mind that felt like that. It's almost
melancholy,
palpable. Yeah, there's a melancholy aspect certainly to both of those, without a doubt. Echo the Dolphin and Rayman. Yeah, there's something about
Fragile.
No,
made me feel melancholy and
Fragile's melancholy without a doubt, but it doesn't have the other aspect to it for me. I think it's because Fragile is too well realized. There's a part of Echo the Dolphin and Rayman where I'm like, maybe what's the intention here? Almost were you trying to be uncomfortable in some degree?
Waldorf's Journey on UFO 50.
Yes,
it's like that same kind of thing. I think.
Right. That's
Which one's
perfect. The walrus that floats around in the
it's a walrus
dream
that
world.
Jumps on from cloud to cloud.
I don't think I played this one.
You're right. That fits. There's a little wiggle room, but that definitely fits. That's such a great answer. Yeah, something like that. It's something that I don't know. I guess to some degree the creators sit down and they're aiming for that feeling, but I don't know how to quantify it. I can only give you the pieces that make me feel that way, but I feel this. It's something that I feel. And I love that feeling, but you don't get it very often in games. And I feel like it's even harder to get. This is a great point that you brought this up. I was going to say, I feel like it's even harder to get that from games nowadays because games are so well realized. Yeah. But that game, that looks like an old game and plays like an old game. And I think that removal from modern sensibilities and styles helps achieve that feeling. That game in particular is not. I don't get that feeling as much as I do Echo the Dolphin and Rayman, but it's certainly there. But Echo the, I remember playing, and I've always felt it after I played Echo the Dolphin. That feeling is always there. It's just maybe it's loneliness is part of it too. Just like the setting that you're in amplifies the feeling of loneliness in Echo the Dolphin and Rayman too, because like Rayman, especially in like the opening role of Rayman, it's like the beautiful forest, but it's like quiet and I don't know. There's like really mean enemies around, and you feel the lonely. I don't know what it is, but there's just that feeling. Like I love that feeling, and I wish I could get that from more games, but it seems to be few and far between. But maybe you guys on the Patreon post, I know there's comments there. I haven't read them yet. Maybe you guys have some more examples of that. But great answer, dude.
Well,
That's such a good
The
one.
beginning of Echo, if I recall, doesn't something weird happen and like all the fish?
Yeah, like a
get sucked
UFO.
out of
I don't know that you see the UFO, but you see the creatures of the ocean getting sucked up into the sky.
So it's like, so Echo is left
Hey, SD.
alone in their familiar place, but yet it's so different because there's nothing familiar about
Maybe
it.
that's it.
Which
As
is like
far
a
as
theme of a nightmare. Like, right? Like you can see that being like a category of nightmares people have. Yeah.
Comfortable loneliness says SD.
Dude,
That's great.
There's
That's I think honest to God, I think you came as close to nailing it as you could, way better than I can figure out. That makes a lot of sense because in Rayman, from what I remember, your friends, the Lums, are captured in cages in that game, so they're removed from you. And yeah, it's very similar. I think you may have figured it out. That's really good. That's very good. But yeah, I love that feeling when games give me that feeling. But again, I said it's few and far between.
I would like to hear the views of two.
Very few and far between, but it's out there. I get a little bit of that feeling from Another World, Out of This World, although that doesn't really have the comfortable feeling. I guess it kind of does when you get to your alien friend, because you have moments with your alien friend. Hey, Anesta. Agenda, where you are with him. There's moments. See, that's that game is burned into my memory more than so many others, because that game does, in my opinion, great storytelling without, language that you understand, but visual storytelling, where like you feel the relationship between Lester and the alien grow just because they're working together because they're forced to work together. But like the way that story's told through the mean alien and the good alien, especially when the mean alien like kicks Lester in the head and he's like crawling on the ground, and you see the two aliens fighting each other and they look exactly the same, and you have to pull the lever to kill the right one, and you're like, I don't know who's who, and you have to see like the one has the little red eyes. Just that moment.
Yeah.
And then you're on top of the building and the big thing flies away. It's great. And then the sequel, just man, that sequel does not get enough praise, and I think it's because people didn't play it because it was on Sega CD, and I don't remember what else. It was very hard to come by. But that sequel's brutal. That sequel's absolutely brutal. It is.
I think you just answered your own question then.
Horrendous. Yeah, right. It's like I guess it's not really a happy sequel. Like, not a lot of happy things happen really, but I feel like it's even the original creator, Eric Chahi, has disowned the sequel, but I think it's a worthy sequel. But if the creator doesn't like it and he wasn't involved, then who am I to say? But I can say, outside looking in, I think that sequel is a worthy sequel.
Well, like, did he think it was, too bleak and violent or something?
I know he thought it was too violent, and he also said he didn't like what they did with the story, which what I would imagine has to be because it's such a sad story. But that's a whole different story of like, the creator sees something he made get a sequel and he's not involved at all. And he's like, no, that's not what I would have done at all. So that's got to be very difficult to see. But
I'm sure
outside looking in as just someone who's playing the games, I thought that sequel was a very good sequel. I really did. But it is very sad. But anyway, those kind of games, I love them. I wish we got more of them. It's just, I don't know how you sit down to make something like that. But Deux could apparently make it because he figured it out. So Deux, if you ever get into game development, now you know how to make the kind of game I would want to play. Just make sure it has a flying walrus in it. That is number one important thing.
Check.
All right, the two big things that I want to talk about. Number one, did you guys see the AI controversy related to gaming this week?
No,
probably not.
Let me fill you in.
Does it have to do with an Xbox?
No, not that garbage. Yeah, no, you're right. That is a discussion. the new one of the new women that took over for what's his face that left Xbox is a big AI fan, and people are worried she's going to push Xbox in an AI direction. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't know enough about either side of the situation to be like she's going to do it or she's not going to do it. I'd need to read more, but whatever. It's like Xbox is hurting anyway, so like.
Yeah, I saw the
Whatever.
classic. Yeah,
I know what you saw.
Shouldn't even say it. I won't. Screw it.
If you want to, go right ahead. I mean,
I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that crap.
Yeah. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yes, this AI thing was so Resident Evil Requiem came out. Reviews came out. Reviews are extremely positive. Metacritic is the main site that people go to for a breakdown of all the outlets and their scores, and then an overall score average. Blah blah blah. Video Gamer was one of the websites that had a score on Metacritic. They've had scores on Metacritic forever. And people were reading through the review average and the little blurbs from different reviews on Metacritic, and they noticed something weird, or what they thought was weird, about the Video Gamer review. And it turns out they were correct, because people were like, this looks like it's written by AI. And lo and behold, it was a review completely written by AI and was attached to a person that is not real.
No.
So an AI profile for a person that doesn't exist, that has a human picture, but it's an AI
who
picture.
reviewed the game?
No one.
We all did.
You're kidding me.
Everybody's data.
That's so on so many levels. I mean, I'll review the game. Send me the copy.
Well, that's the other thing. So there's so many parts that go ahead.
Swoop just did a short doc about it, about like AI influencers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, Instagram, or TikTok or whatever, and it's made to look like these like real people who are having these real experiences,
and they have like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of followers and likes and all that, and people don't know. Yeah,
it's wild.
Yep. But yes, this was an AI review written by someone that doesn't exist, but has a fake profile to make it look like they're a person. And Video Gamer's website, apparently not that long ago, was almost all their staff was let go and replaced by AI. So it's just an AI site putting out AI news stories and reviews.
If only someone had predicted this.
And Metacritic had it brought to their attention, and Metacritic, I say, has no fault here at all. They didn't do anything wrong, because Video Gamer was approved for reviews years and years and years ago. So they are, when their reviews are submitted, they go through because they've been approved. But when Metacritic found out, they took the review down.
Nice.
They said, we don't allow this at all. They said, if anybody is caught doing AI reviews, you are banned from our platform. So they couldn't have handled it any better. It just sucks that it happened in the first place. But I'm like, this is so horrible that now, the debate was, well, not the debate. People are upset that AI is making quote unquote art, because they're like, that defeats the whole purpose of art. And now we have AI critics. So like, basically it's an Ouroboros of AI critic critiquing AI made art. And that's the world that we live in. This is the fact that we can't even AI is making art, but now we can't even have a real person experience anything anymore. It's just AI has to fart out a review that what is it? It's not a review. It's just a bunch of words together. And it's so upsetting to me, because like you said, for one point, it's like, Capcom gave that outlet a review copy. We don't know if Capcom is going to stop doing that. I would hope that would be the case. But you would imagine other outlets would be like, we are not working with you anymore. We're not giving you review codes so no one plays the game. Or somebody in real life, it's just taking the review code and playing it for fun and not doing any work at all. So they're getting early access to a game that they're just going to enjoy and not do any work for it.
So what score did the AI give it, I wonder?
I don't know what score it gave it, but I was just reading.
Because how do you choose when it's going to give a good score or a bad score? Or
you let the AI, you don't choose anything. You just let the AI do it. I was just reading
weird.
blurbs from the review that were being called out as to why people thought it was AI, and also like phrases were repeated, and it kept calling the game Resident Evil 9, which technically, sure, it's Resident Evil 9, but that's not the name of the game, and
Wow,
it was terrible.
That's good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come a long way to, if only we had AI back in 1998, you wouldn't have had to call GameStop in the middle of math class to try to find Resident Evil 2. If it got in, you could just have some AI calling for you.
Right. If think about it, if we had AI back in the day, we wouldn't have Game Pro's review scores like they used to do, which was the face. Yes, exactly. We wouldn't have had Nintendo Hotline. We would have been talking to AI on the hotline. Yeah, all of it. All of that would have changed. But this is insanity to me. So I hope this is ringing alarm bells at many publishers and developers to be like, we're going to be much more careful with who we give codes to and go through some sort of vetting process to make sure someone's actually going to play this game and review it. And then be like, we need to really take a step back from all this AI stuff and look much more closely at what the hell is going on here. Because, plenty of industry people are like, the game's got to hit a 90% score on Metacritic for you to get a bonus and for all this other things to happen. Now that can be reverse engineered and be like, well, just give this to the outlets that have AI bots and we know they're going to give it this score, and then we could get our bonus money and then none of it matters.
That's crazy to me.
It's insane. It's insanity. We're already past the point of it needing to be stopped or regulated heavily. But now, someone's got to step in and do something. It's making me sick to my stomach.
I don't know.
AI makes me want to puke.
It's nuts.
SD in the Discord has a funny one. I think it's Nikki Hill related. I'm not sure. He says too much water.
It is not Nikki Hill related.
Oh, darn it.
It is related to an infamous review from IGN, which we will actually be talking about later today. It's been a meme with IGN for a very, very long time related to the world of Pokemon. I'm surprised you don't know this.
Oh, I was just seeing if you knew.
That's what I figured.
I was thinking it was because when Nikki Hill was talking about the water on the clothes in Last of Us or whatever it was.
Nope. It is not about that. Although, yes, you and I both remember that moment.
Nikki Hill, we speak your name.
So I promise I will circle back to that. But that's the way. That's the landscape of the game industry as far as game reviews go now,
and some of the other industries as well.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Now that's the
maybe
thing.
All of them.
So like any entertainment industry where there's critics out there, I'm looking at the last year plus of reviews to be like, did a real person write this review?
Yeah.
Did this score factor in, and it's not an actual review?
Am I real?
Am I real? Exactly. Perfect time for you to watch Ghost in the Shell and have it click for you.
Yeah, right. Now I'm wondering if I watched the real version or if it was AI.
Right? You'll never know. It's horrendous, and you are right, Kirby, 100%. So many industries are going through this right now. It's just extra upsetting when it comes to art, like TV shows and movies and books and music and video games and comics and anime and all that stuff.
It makes me kind of glad I haven't been following the video game industry too closely for the past couple of years.
Well, let me tell you, as someone who is,
because everything's so bad.
Everything is so bad.
It's hard to focus.
You're doing yourself a service by not, because it's not like there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Well, wait till you hear this. Reggie doesn't work at Nintendo anymore.
What?
What's wrong with you?
and he's shilling for blockchain.
And now Doug Bowser doesn't work there anymore either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just left recently. So, and get this, a woman took over, and believe it or not, the internet is very upset about that.
Jane Birdo is her name.
And when asked for comment on the matter, she said, so anyway, whole bunch of crap. But I promise, here's what I can give you.
What a bunch of crap.
GoNintendo will not offer AI reviews, AI previews, AI interviews, and we will not use AI in any way, shape, or form.
This is our promise to you, the consumer.
What if you train AI to only read your reviews? Because then it would be like, regurgitating your words.
That's it.
That's not too bad.
So incorrect punctuation and too much, so much positivity that people would never think it was real to begin with. So we could go in that. You know what? I could say the internet could go a little bit in that direction, but that's just me. I was going to say, oh, yes, we have a non-AI related interview coming up this week. It was a while to put together, but it is officially done and dusted. We have an interview with the composer of Dispatch, who gave like really detailed, well thought out answers. So look forward to that. I got
to tell you, the music from that game.
Great music in that game.
I hear it and I feel lifted and happy and excited. It's just, is it a male or a female?
Male.
Non-binary. I hope that you told him. You want to make sweet, sweet love to nothing else but that.
Well, listen, when I set out, if people come to me with the opportunity for an interview, I handle it very professionally. If I am seeking someone out for an interview, they will know why I am seeking them out, because I make a point to explain why what they have done or achieved means so much to me that I wanted to reach out to do the interview. So yes, I was very forward about like how I think the soundtrack to that game is amazing, how it's such a huge soundtrack and there's not a bad song in it, and how much that music heightens the experience. So yes, I made sure to tell them that.
And Thought Squad. I mean, come on.
I didn't talk to him about that. I talked to him about original score.
I know, but but they definitely like.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but that is not something I would talk to them about because they are the original composer for the game. They have nothing to do with licensed music for the game. I'm not going to talk to a composer for a game and be like, so how about that licensed music that's in there? That's not the right thing to do.
It was well placed.
And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I think the use of licensed music in that game, although it is used sparingly, is great and well done. But yeah, that's not something, I'd interview Thought Squad about that, but that would be more of a you interview. So maybe I'll reach out and see if I could make that happen.
That would be so cool.
Well, I have a feeling you wouldn't really do an interview. It would be all gushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just
I think you're great.
Like a nastier song than you've already written ever, so that I can play it as I drive past the parents in the drop-off line on my way to work.
But anyway, look forward to that non-AI interview. And don't worry about Josh Robot. He is not AI. He is a robot that has been sentient since birth.
I'm a party animal.
Party animal. That's right.
I'm the star of the
No
show.
AI ever. No AI
Reminds me of the old college days.
He's a living, breathing entity. And then the last thing I talked about on Patreon
was a really great story.
Thank you. The announcement this week that I can't believe happened. It could not be any more perfect. I know some of you are. I'm not wearing it. I know some of you know the news, but a brand new Neon Genesis Evangelion anime something has been announced. It's a show. We don't know if it's going to continue on from where the series ended. We don't know if it's going to be brand new. We don't know if it's going to be an alternate telling. We don't know anything about it storyline wise, but we do know that it's being written by the guy who did Nier Automata or Nier Automata, whichever way you say it, who has for years said Neon Genesis Evangelion is the thing that has the most influence on me. He's like, what I did with Nier is nothing. Go watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. He's been such a fan of it forever. And the creator of Neon Genesis has turned over the keys to the kingdom to Nier Automata's creator and been like, it is yours. Do with it as you see fit. So they are
just make sure the check clears.
They are steering. He's been clearing that check for a long time now. And that guy is like, you want to work with Neon Genesis and license it for anything? I am totally fine. He really will do anything. Yeah, right. He's like, I think he's pretty much like, I created what I wanted and it is what it is. And I know it's very popular, but from here on out, whatever. He's like, I don't care. I'll work with anybody. So that's, it's his baby. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, where's your watch?
I forgot to put it on. I'm going to go put it on in a second. But really, it could not be a better pick. So people who are involved with the whatever you want to call it, the retelling, the rebirth, the remake series are involved with this brand new one. The Nier Automata guy is steering the ship from writing. The composer on Nier Automata is also doing the music for this new one. So it's like a dream come true. If somebody told me this, I'd be like, this is a lie, 100% lie. Like not even one of these stars would align, let alone all of them. But this is what's happening. And they put out a very, very slight teaser trailer, which is basically just one static image and then a little clip at the end. Oh my god!
And then crickets in the background.
Yeah, right.
Cicadas.
I watched that teaser so many times. I saved the teaser on my phone. Every day since the teaser has come out, I've watched it. I tear up every single time. I cannot believe it's happening. The music is beautiful. The imagery that you see can potentially tell so much about where things are going. The little tiny tease of the Ava at the end, oh, it's unbelievable. I cannot get over the fact that this is happening with these people. I don't know how long it's going to take. Thank you, SD. You're 100% right. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if the final project is going to end up being any good. I can tell you that I very much believe in the people that are associated with it. I've never felt more confident, and I think they could achieve something amazing. Anybody who's played Nier Automata and has seen Neon Genesis knows the many connections between the two, and you could see how that person could easily craft a story that would fit in the world of Neon Genesis. So it's all there. It's all there. I could not be happier. So I very eagerly anticipate anything that comes out about this leading up to its eventual release, which will happen in who the hell knows when. I could see this being a project that doesn't come out for like 5 years. But all that matters to me is that it is happening. Radical Defect says the overlap between two things is just one circle. Yeah, you're right. The Venn diagram is very, very, very close on those. So, man, I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm not going to hear nearly as much as I want to hear about it as soon as I want to hear about it, but I'm just happy that it's happening.
Well, I'll say one thing for you. Congratulations.
I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I was going to say, dude, your thoughts on this, but I had a feeling it was just going to be congratulations, and that's it.
That's right. Not yet.
I would imagine, and I'm not telling you to, and I don't expect you to, but I'm thinking when this does come out, you're going to skip it.
Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? Maybe I'll torture myself.
Speaking of who knows, if you'd like to take a moment, I'd love for you to talk about your Ghost in the Shell, because that's the other thing vying in my brain for attention right now that I can't stop thinking about.
I'm glad you're happy about it. I watched Ghost in the Shell back in like high school, like around the time that we were getting into like Akira and Ninja Scroll and stuff, and didn't know anything about anime. And although I liked those other two things I just mentioned, Ghost in the Shell did not do it for me, and I don't know why. Like, the art style is so cool and everything, and the music's great, and I was curious as to why. I just always remember not liking it, and then there was maybe once or twice since then. So in the past 25 years, good Lord, I've tried to watch again and again, couldn't really get through it, and didn't really understand it, and I don't know what made me do it, but this past week I did it again. I guess I watched Perfect Blue, which was on my list, and that's kind of like an older anime as well. And I liked that. And I don't know. I was just like, why didn't Ghost in the Shell click with me? And I popped it on, and
love that introspection.
Ended up by the end, ended up really, really liking it. I thought it was a really, really interesting story. It covers a lot of interesting things. And I felt like there were a lot of things that I've liked since then that like borrowed themes from, Ghost in the Shell and what it means to be human and that kind of philosophy. And I really loved it. And the art style, like I was mentioning before, along with some of the music that was used and some of the really long sequences of just the city and how, like, I love that art style.
Yeah, great score too.
And I think I think what it was, and thank goodness, better late than never, right?
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
all that matters.
But I think what it was is I was watching the English dub, and I know that's what I watched back in the day, and I think it's pretty bad. And I think that's what might have done it, because there's like a lot of high level like stuff they're talking about. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but like, and they're delivering the dialogue, in my opinion, like really like
very stilted,
monotone and stilted, and like, and it was hard for me. I think it was hard for me to just pay attention to what they were saying and really get the philosophy of the film. And the art style and the music wasn't, because I was mad at the story, and mostly, I bet you, mad that everybody I knew loved it, and I was like, why isn't it clicking with me? It's kind of a Neon Genesis thing that I have. So I'm blaming it on the voice acting, but maybe I was older, wiser, or just was locked in this time around,
Both
or
are
who
true.
knows what. But I ended up, watching it again this week and really, really liking it. And I'm glad, because it's one of those ones that I knew that I probably would like it, but there was just something stopping me. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So
that is like when I think about classic anime, when I was watching it back in the day, that is the hallmark for a dub, like a very monotone, like you said. The best way I can describe it is although I love Marcy singing, it's like Marcy doing acting, where you get like 2 pitches up and 2 pitches down, and that's all that it is. And in acting, that doesn't work. It like the people doing the voice acting are, I don't know what's going on. They have no direction. They're not actors. I don't know.
It seemed
They
like
don't
they
seem to
didn't
know what they're
know.
saying.
Yeah, like it seemed like they didn't know what their characters were even talking about, and they were just reading stuff. So because of that, maybe I would have liked it if I watched the Japanese version with subtitles. Maybe I would have liked it earlier, but like I said, better late than never. It's one of those ones that I don't know. I kind of had a feeling I really would like if I gave it a chance and understood it, and I think that's exactly what it was.
It found its way to you when the time is right. Yes, SD. He's talking about the original Ghost in the Shell movie, not Standalone Complex. Which,
yeah.
Or that remastered version of the original film that has those like CGI sequences.
Yes.
Whatever that's called.
Like
2.0, is that?
Yeah, it's something like that, right?
Yeah, I forget what I don't. That's not the one that I own, but I've seen that one. Yeah, that's whatever. But Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex is a great show. I still say the movie's measurably better, but Standalone Complex is a very great show. I really like that. And I said, perfect timing for him watching the movie, because they are doing a new Ghost in the Shell anime that is meant to be a much closer adaptation of the original manga, and it's being done by the team that did Dandadan, and they put out a little teaser trailer, and it looks fantastic. So I'm anytime Ghost in the Shell anything comes out, I'm down to watch it or whatever, read it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like me and
MeUndies.
It's like MeUndies. I'm wearing MeUndies right now. It's why can't I think of the name of this? This is terrible. Blade Runner. Anything Blade Runner that comes out, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what it is.
I was gonna say it has that aesthetic that I love, where it's like it's a futuristic city, and yet it's like kind of dirty. And smarmy, and like feels like like rainy, trash covered streets, but like neon lights and like big like big like a weird like sterile buildings, but with like flashiness and
I
like
love it,
slums and like crap, and there's just something that, and then with the juxtaposition of like beautiful music, like going through slow shots of the city, that art style and that subject matter or whatever that is, I just absolutely love. So I'm glad that I was able to get back into it.
That's one of my favorites, that whole whatever you call that style genre. Yeah, I absolutely love that. It really, really does it for me.
Yeah, I'm glad you watched Perfect Blue too. I'm a big fan.
Perfect Blue is excellent.
I liked Perfect Blue. And that was one that was just on my list. And that's another one that has that, I don't know if it's the time period, the 80s or whatever, that where the art style just looked like that, or maybe that
I mean, anime goes through its eras, and that when at that time, that's what a lot of them looked like, because they were mostly movies, so they spent a lot of time and money on them, and they were like the pinnacle of hand-drawn animation at that time, certainly. And then as time goes on, styles change. But yeah, I can like look at an anime and have a rough idea of what decade it comes from based on the style, because nowadays you have more styles than ever, but back then, yes, there was like 3 or 4 usually very defined styles that really stood out. But yes, I love that classic look too. Like Ghost in the Shell is gorgeous, Perfect Blue is gorgeous, and they just have such an interesting look to them, and they have such a smoothness in some of the scenes that, like in Ghost in the Shell in the movie, the fight scene in the rain, with like the puddles splashing. So cool looking. Like it's a work of art, which is stupid to say because of course it's art, but it's just, man, it sticks out in my mind. But anyway, Neon Genesis Evangelion. If you haven't watched it, go give it a shot, because I guarantee this, you'll never forget it. And that's it for Patreon. Let's go on to news. Because there was news this week. And you must be very excited. Because finally, we're going to talk about news. You know what? Because you're so excited, we'll jump right into the biggest news.
Please,
of the week,
save the best for first.
Is the Pokemon Presents. As you know, yesterday was Pokemon Day. As it always is. February 27th is Pokemon Day, but this one was special because we are at the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So we got to look at what's coming next in the world of Pokemon. I'm not going to give you everything, but I will give you most of it. I guess we'll start off right at the top with the most interesting
there's more
thing.
coming. I thought they would hit 30 and be like, that was a good run.
You know, we are literally the biggest, the most successful IP in the world. We're going to stop right now. So they announced that many people were hoping they got to see the next mainline entry in the Pokemon franchise. And, well, that's what they ended the presentation with. We did get the reveal of the next mainline game, and it is called Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. And we got to see the trailer and some of the new Pokemon.
We've run out of colors.
It is coming out in 2027 sometime, and it is a Switch 2 exclusive. Now, I know this is bittersweet for you because this will mark the longest time between mainline Pokemon
entries. Yeah.
So between Scarlet and Violet to Waves and Winds, it will be 5+ years between mainline entries.
I can't believe
I know
they made us wait that long.
Some would say that's been too long.
Is it too long?
I think it's perfect amount of time. Every 5 years, we should have one Pokemon.
While
game.
people are certainly sad that they have to wait until 2027, it seems that the general opinion is very happy about the move because they believe, from what was shown in the trailer and the amount of time that's being taken, they believe Pokemon Company is taking the criticisms of Scarlet and Violet and taking them to heart and really taking their time with this new entry in the new mainline entry in the franchise. So people are very happy that is happening. That is really funny, Rock. Yeah, holy crap, that's good. When you're 47 and still trying to catch them all, and this Ash without his hat, and he's bald underneath. That's very funny.
It's like yesterday at Box Lunch when those girls were making fun of.
Oh, they weren't making fun of. I mean, they were just joking around. Pokemon Winds and Waves starters. Your thoughts on the Pokemon Winds and Waves starters? Would you like me to show them to you just so you can enjoy them again while you're discussing them?
Yeah,
because we have the starter Pokemon, and if you could please just again refresh my memory what their names are. Could you tell me their names?
Oh, we've got Gekwa. Gekwa's one, I know for sure.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, here. No, don't you dare.
There's one called Pombon, I believe.
Forget it. I was
and,
hoping we'd get
Browl
to do like
is-
your own. I was hoping you'd give them names based off of what they looked like, but now you know the real
I'm
names,
not that
so.
shallow. I love names. I don't mess around with names. We all know that.
So the Pokemon starters names, the plant one is Brout, the bird one, which I think is a great name because if you look at his beak and his eyebrows, the eyebrows are leaves and the beak is a seed. So his name is Brout because he's got very pronounced eyebrows, but also because he's a sprout. So it's a great name. We have Pombon, which the internet has lost its mind over. They love Pombon, which is basically a little Pomeranian, but it's on fire. People really, really, really like that one. And then there's Gekwa, which is the water one. And it looks like a water gecko. I don't know. But I'm Team Brout on this one. Although I will say I've noticed about myself, I usually go with whatever the plant one is because I loved Bulbasaur and I loved was Grookey plant? What I just said makes no sense. What type was Grookey? Grass. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I end up just liking the grass types. But those are your starters. The internet loves them. There's all kind of fan art out there about that, but people are like instantly we're like, I would die for Pombon. I need Pombon now. So there, yes, grass, not plant. Thank you, Esty. So that seems to be the favorite right now, but I'm sure the others will get some love going forward. But there you go, the new mainline Pokemon game, and it looks like it's based off of parts of the Philippines and other areas out there. So 2027, Switch 2 exclusive. You can go watch the teaser trailer now, which was quite a lengthy teaser. So we got a good look at what people were hoping we got. So the Pokemon Day was considered a success because of Pokemon Presents. Yes, Stu, your thoughts?
Congratulations.
Very excited. Have you locked in your pre-order already? Or?
I haven't just yet. I was
better get on that.
Yeah, I better get on top of that.
Waiting for the pre-order bonuses and the physical details.
Well, I know they took a lot of our criticisms. Those of us who loved Pokemon, we had the Scarlet Violet and the other one. We had criticisms, and they're working on that. So I'm waiting to see if they're going to address the criticism that we have, or what, because I think we're all sick and tired of throwing balls and catching Pokemon. We're ready for something new, are we not?
Oh no, we're not. No,
that was a trick question.
Oh,
that's
okay,
right.
Okay, you're
all right. So you're a true Pokemon fan, as I am.
So the 7.8 comment that was in the Discord that you thought was about Nikki Hill, too much water. That is an infamous review from IGN for, I don't remember what Pokemon game, but it was one that they thought had too much water. So they gave the game a 7.8, and in the negatives column, they said too much water. And people are like, what the hell are you talking about? So when this came out, the trailer for this one came out, it's winds and waves. So water's a big element. And IGN on social media was like, uh-oh.
That's hilarious.
And Pokemon Company replied to IGN and said 7.8 in their reply. So getting in on the meme. So everybody's having a great laugh, whatever. But it's something that stuck around. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Thank you, 10 Division. So that's just something that stuck with the Pokemon community ever since. And now we'll see if IGN feels the same way when this one comes out. Yeah. But that's your big news. Pokemon winds and waves. But that's not the only thing I was showing. I won't cover all of it. Hi, Blood Ocean.
That's also the review where IGN said that Bulbasaur had the swagger of a black teen.
Yes, I very vividly remember that. That's definitely the one.
It's always the right time to dunk on IGN.
That's you can't have ignorant without IGN.
That's right.
Pokemon Champions is coming out on Switch in April 2026. So just a couple of months, or actually technically a month plus, less than 2 months. But it's also coming to mobile, but it's coming to mobile later. So we'll see when that happens. But on Switch, you'll be able to get it in April. We don't need to do that. Pokemon Pokopia, we got another look at that, but you don't got to wait long for that at all because it's coming out this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you have your pre-order in.
Definitely. I've been waiting.
I've been so nervous about it too. Very excited. Nervous.
Yes.
DLC. We don't need to talk about that. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are out on Switch as we knew they would be, so you can get them right now. They are at the top of the eShop charts. Not surprising there. Your GBA remakes of the original Pokemon game, you can get on Switch and pretty much play exactly as they used to. So if you're longing for a bit of nostalgia, you can go grab those now. Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, the GameCube game. We knew that was coming to the Nintendo Classics or the GameCube Nintendo Classics collection on Switch 2, but now we know it will arrive in March. So you'll be getting it sometime within the next 30 days. So look forward to that. A lot of people talk about that game very highly. Now, I am not a deep Pokemon fan like Dew is, and I also was not playing RPGs at all at the time. So I have never played this game. But now that I'm an RPG fan, and I've heard so many good things about this game over the year, I might have to dip my toe in. Why not? I'm going to have it anyway. So March, we'll give you the official date when we learn it. We also saw the reveal of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue Game Music Collection. This is basically a Game Boy. It looks like a Game Boy, but it's smaller than a Game Boy. And it comes with 45 cartridges. And you put the cartridges in, and each displays a different graphic on the screen. But it plays music from Pokemon Red and Blue. So it's like a little cassette MP3 player. It's like a pocket rocker, basically. Holy crap. It's exactly like a pocket rocker, except your cartridges only play Pokemon music. So that's available right now. If it's not sold out, you can go get one. on the Pokemon Center website. So go
Now,
enjoy
I already pre-ordered that, so I'm not knocking it, but that seems like pretty gimmicky, right? I mean, you could just play those songs from YouTube on your phone.
I mean, yeah, you could. Yeah. I mean, this is for people who want,
people like me who want
a 30th anniversary
the
celebration.
anniversary celebration.
You know, we hear this about like, what are they doing for Zelda? What are they doing for Mario? Like, you want like those like
now
signature.
I take a little
products.
offense. I know we're having fun here, but I take a little offense to the voice you just used with that. I think it's
That
normal.
that was internet voice.
And that's the voice that I'm making as well when
Yeah.
I shriek about why it's Zelda. You can't have
And I know
an
and
anniversary
as a
something for Zelda.
And
Like,
that's my point. As a Pokemon fan, you already know this, but Pokemon is so much bigger than Zelda. It's laughable. Like it's
I'm not
even
talking about
close.
big. I'm talking about what I want.
I know you want Pokemon. We made this clear. No, I get it, but that's what I'm saying. You like it's disingenuous to be like, you bring up this Pokemon Game Boy thing, and sorry to pull back the curtain here. In real life, you think this is a silly idea. But also in the same breath, you're like, where's my Pokemon anniversary? Something, whatever it may be. If they put out a Legend of Zelda NES Gold cartridge that played 45 songs from the NES thing, I don't think you'd be like, this is stupid or be angry about it. You probably wouldn't get it, but you wouldn't have the same feelings as you do about the Game Boy thing because you just don't care about Pokemon. But it also makes you more angry because you are like, where's our Zelda celebration? Now, I don't care, but obviously if they were, I would like for them to celebrate Zelda's anniversary. Why not? Yeah, and put out some whatever, some silly thing that doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm with you in the fact that
agree.
Yes, we should celebrate Zelda's anniversary as we should Mario and all of them. But I don't feel that we shouldn't celebrate Pokemon's thing because I don't care about Pokemon as much.
But Pokemon gets celebrated every year. I mean, I'm
Pokemon
number
is
one
so
celebrating
much
it.
bigger, so much bigger. They're not anywhere close at all. Like it's
You keep talking about size like it
That's
matters.
why it does 100%.
He's talking about money. Okay,
Like you're
the almighty Allah.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's all you had to say. Money. Because what are you going to celebrate grandma's birthday but not grandpa's because grandma was big?
No, you're going to celebrate grandma's birthday because they're into Pokemon, and you're going to make way more money and spend far less than if you celebrate Grandpa Zelda's birthday because you're going to spend a lot more money and not make anywhere near as much. Like, it's crazy.
Well,
There's
here's
no comparison.
Here's where I'm disconnected as well. I look at a celebration of an anniversary in the form of a game. Obviously, you're looking at it as like merch and tat and whatever. I don't want any Zelda tat. I want, give me the remake or like the updated Twilight Princess that they've been talking about, or give me, I don't know, give me like some kind of Zelda something.
Yeah, I'm not
game.
I'm not a new game. You're saying?
I mean, that'd be ideal,
but like not that it wouldn't be a new mainline game, but like a remake or a brand new spin-off or something. Yeah, like
game.
I 100% want that as well, and I'm not arguing against that by any means. I'm just saying I think you're hypersensitive to Pokemon because you don't have an interest in it, that you're like, they're doing this, that, and the other thing for Pokemon all the time, and we don't get anything Zelda. But the truth is, Zelda, we get stuff every single year, all the time. It may not be as much or as big as Pokemon, but that's because it shouldn't be at this point. And obviously Zelda has grown exponentially during the Switch era because of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Those games have reached further than any Zelda game ever. So that has probably given Nintendo some confidence to be like, let's do a Zelda movie because that reaches out into a bigger audience as well. So the goal is for all these things to eventually get to a Pokemon point. It's just that Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. And that's not just in video games. That's in everything. It trumps everything. So of course there's more stuff for that. Or it seems like there's more stuff for it. What's another word? It surpasses all of them.
Is better than
Like you literally cannot name another franchise that's bigger than Pokemon because there is not one.
Okay.
So that's why it's not, and it's not even close. Like
Disney?
Hello Kitty, I believe, is number 2. No, literally, like this isn't like hyperbole. I'm telling you, there is literally not one that
everything
is bigger than
else
Pokemon.
is garbage.
Star Wars, Disney in multiple fashions. Hello Kitty, I believe, is number 2, and Hello Kitty is at half of what Pokemon is. And think about how much longer Hello Kitty has been around.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon has done this in 30 years. It is staggering to a degree that nothing else can even come close to matching, which is why it seems like you get more stuff. There's certainly more merch for Pokemon. That's not one I'll give you hands down. There's way more merch for Pokemon, without a doubt.
One thing of merch that I saw, and I don't even like. I love Pokemon, but for the purposes of the show, I love Pokemon. But this merch I would actually love, and you've probably seen it. It's the fat Pikachu from the Game Boy plushie. Have you seen that thing? And he's got the Game Boy coloring. Like that thing is awesome.
They sent me the press release for that.
I love that thing.
That's a whole merch line. So they announced it in Japan earlier in the week, and then on Pokemon Day they announced that it's releasing stateside. So it's available right now. That I don't know if it's the entire line, but it's most of that line. It is really cool. I really like that. I wish I remembered the name of it, but it's like, you're right. Everything has the Game Boy style and Game Boy coloring.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Plushes and shirts, and I posted about it on the site. It's not a top story. Let's see, Pokemon. You know what? I know where I can go to get it. The Pokemon website, because it says
GoNintendo.com.
Oh.
I could, but I know, dude. We don't need to look it up.
If Pokemon company's listening, maybe since we love Pokemon so much and we're always talking about it, send a little plush our way.
Oh, they send stuff all the time. They're very good.
We have a little Pikachu head.
Oh,
cool. Do you want to wear that?
You know, it's a little warm in here right now.
All right.
So no, thank you.
I don't know. I think there's a little bit there that he actually wanted to wear. The Pokemon Lego sets came out yesterday too. Where is this listing for the goddamn merch? Why is it so hard to find things? Oh, here we go. I can go here.
You're having trouble searching things on your own website?
No, on Pokemon.com.
Oh, darn it.
Just to prove, Pokemon.com.
I believe you.
Yeah, I could search it on GoNintendo, but the thing is I use the press release headline, so I know that's going to be a little bit different. Whatever. Can somebody else go to do.com, says SD. Can somebody help me here? If anybody could get me the actual link to the merch line that Do is talking about, or the name of the merch line.
Do you want me to do it?
I mean, sure.
So it's, what does it do? Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon products that are retro colored as if they're on the Game Boy.
If we're just looking for the one I'm talking about, then I guess it would be Fat Pikachu.
Thank you.
Fat Pikachu plus?
No. Well, yes, they're talking about it. I got it. Thank you, Radical Defect. They sent the link. We're all good. So yeah, you go to 30th. Oh my God, their site's being so slammed that you have to get verified to go into their website. Yes, opening scene. Opening scene is the name of the line. So they have sweatshirts and cards and T-shirts and lanyards and cups and a whole bunch of other stuff, but they have a plush Pikachu that is the old fat style Pikachu.
Yeah, that thing's
plump
awesome.
Style Pikachu that is the coloring of what it was on the Game Boy, and that is just such a cool idea. But yeah, I all those products are going to sell very quickly. So hopefully you got what you wanted. But yes, merch hands down. I could spend all week covering just Pokemon merch because every single week something new is announced or something new is released. And that's not an exaggeration. Without a doubt, I do not cover all the Pokemon merch news because there's too much of it to keep track of. I cover what I feel to be the biggest or most notable products, or perhaps the products that are most unique or the ones people might be most interested in. But every Friday, for a fact, I cover Pokemon merch because that's usually when new ones are revealed or new stuff comes out. And there's, you name it, it's out there. You cannot want for more Pokemon merch because there's more than you could ever buy or see in your entire life. So merch-wise, yes. Games, it's close between spin-offs. If you look at like Mario versus Pokemon, if you're going to count like the sports games and other spin-offs like Party and Kart and all that, like you probably get more Pokemon games, yes, but it's not like a huge disparity between the two. Discrepancy. Thank you. But
disparity, I think, works as well.
What are you doing to me?
We could use both.
But yes, if you're someone who doesn't play Pokemon or enjoy Pokemon, which you are not included in.
I wouldn't know
you-
what that's like.
You
I don't know anyone like
look
that.
What a
and
sad
see.
existence,
Oh
right?
my
God.
God, there's so much Pokemon stuff. What's going on? But yes, when you take a step back and look at why that is and how we got to that point, it makes sense. So there you go. So a whole bunch of other stuff was announced during Pokemon Presents, but it's for, Sleep and Unite and Pokemon Masters EX and all that stuff. So basically, if there's a game out there that is involving Pokemon, it is celebrating the Pokemon 30th anniversary in some way. So there you go. It was a massive Pokemon Presents and topped off by the very exciting reveal of Pokemon Winds and Waves. Let's see what you guys said about it. I'll do double comments here. King Broly says, I wasn't expecting 2027 for Pokemon Winds and Waves. Look at that plush. Thank you, SD. I guess that means on March 10th, Mario Day, we will see a brand new 3D Mario game. Well, that's the thing, because everybody thought for sure 2026's holiday game, the big holiday game, was going to be the next mainline Pokemon game. Now we know it's not. So that means that date is open. What is the big Switch 2 game for this holiday season? You would have to think it's Mario. I don't know what else it would be. It's not going to be a new Zelda mainline, without a doubt. It's not going to be Animal Crossing, without a doubt. It's not going to be, like I said, we know it's not Pokemon. It's not going to be Kirby. I mean, there's leeway for Kirby, but it's not going to be Kirby. It has to be Mario. What else would it be? It's got to be a new mainline. It's not going to be Splatoon because we know the spinoff is coming. It's got to be Mario. I really think
It's not going to be Ice Climbers.
a new no. All signs point to it not being Ice Climbers. Hey, Granimus, all signs point to it being a new mainline Mario game. That's what it seems like. Yeah, that's not a holiday carrier. That might come out around holiday season, but that's not they're not going to look at that as a tentpole game to be like, here's the one everybody's going to get this holiday season. So
Pikmin.
Like I said, we know a Fire
Ochi's
Emblem
Revenge.
game is coming, but it's not going to be, Fire Emblem.
I love that Ochi.
We'll see. We'll see. Certainly agree with you on that case, though. It seems like it will be a new Mario game. Your new 3D Mario game. Tendonen says, seeing the year 2027 at the end of the trailer was the actual best part of the whole presentation. They've learned. They've actually learned. It does seem like they took the criticism to heart. I would agree with that. So they knew when they revealed the new mainline Pokemon, they were going to get more pushback than ever. So it seems like they were like, let's make sure we really do this right. And we emphasize that we are taking our time with this one. And the reaction to it so far seems to be extremely positive. So there you go. As far as right now is concerned, it seems like things are heading in the right direction, according to Pokemon fans. SD says, tie into the Mario Galaxy movie. SD, RMC, when he's laying down at night, thinks about video games, believe it or not. And he often thinks about lately what the next 3D Mario game is. And I'm like, they re-released Galaxy 1 and 2. And usually we see companies re-release games like that when they're going to do a sequel. We've seen it so often. And we've seen it just this year alone. We've seen a lot. Monkey Ball remake, brand new Monkey Ball. Katamari remakes, brand new Katamari. There's another one that just happened recently that I'm forgetting about. But it was the same thing of, here's some remakes, now here's a brand new one. And I'm like, they did Galaxy 1 on the Switch. Now they did Galaxy 1 and 2. We have the Galaxy movie coming out. And I'm like, okay, the movie comes out in April, May, June, July. And then you get around holiday season. I'm like, man, would they really do a Galaxy 3 around holiday season? And it would be a great way to promote the movie too for its like home release. I'm like, oh man, makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I would love nothing more than a new Galaxy game. I want a new Galaxy. If I'm going to handpick my Mario type of game that I want, Galaxy. Third one, I'd be all about it. I'd love another 3D world. That's never going to happen in a bazillion years. But Galaxy is my preferred 3D Mario type of experience. So the re-releases of the Switch games, the movie coming out being Galaxy themed, the stars are aligning. Rosalina is going to be introduced in the movie for all that audience. So I don't know. It makes sense to me, but who knows? Maybe that's just pie in the sky hopes.
Stars are aligning. Galaxy.
I know. I thought of it when I was saying it.
Is it all connected?
So we'll see. But I think just in general, a new 3D Mario this holiday season as the tentpole game for Switch 2 makes a lot of sense. So. Sorry, I was parched. You right here?
Thank you so
There you
much
go.
for playing my game.
We're gonna skip that. Oh, this is a great segue. Speaking of the Mario movie, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! We don't know this for fact, but we're gonna tell it to you anyway. If you don't want to hear any potential spoilers for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, skip this section. Skip about 5 minutes, starting now. The movie is coming out April 1st. As we heard, theaters are doing their promotions already. Toys are out in the wild. We're getting all that good stuff. And one theater chain in particular that's in London. This theater chain is called Everyman Cinema. They have their advertisements out for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and that includes blurbs online and all that jazz. Well, the blurb that they have online for the Super Mario Galaxy movie makes mention of a character in the movie that we didn't know was going to be in the movie. So this could be a mistake or it could be a leak. I don't know. But here's what it says. Quote, Mario faces Wario and Bowser Jr.'s evil alliance. We knew.
Oh my God!
We knew. Hi, Darmani. We knew Bowser Jr. was in it. He's all over the trailers. We did not know Wario is in it. Again, we don't know if it's true, but sure, Wario and Bowser Jr. teaming up seems great. Make it happen. Now, it doesn't seem great for Do.
I mean, seems great to you?
Yeah, what do I care? Make all the villains work together.
I don't think Wario would work with them. I don't think.
All right, I'll listen.
Is this because you don't like Bowser Jr.?
I got nothing wrong. I got nothing against Bowser Jr.
Right.
Actually, believe it or not, I like the Koopa kids a little better, but
I mean, I feel the same way.
But I got nothing against Bowju. But
as the diehards call him, we should call you Bowju.
I just feel like Wario would work with Waluigi or nobody.
I don't even think Wario likes Waluigi. I mean, they play tennis together. I know that.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, very clear on their
Wario
relationship.
Think about all the mainline Wario games. Waluigi's not in any of them. They only hang out when they're playing sports. He clearly, to me, hates the guy.
Yeah, it could be true.
Wario's out finding treasure for himself and being an asshole. Like that's what Wario
eating
does.
garlic.
So I feel like
he just smells real bad, so no one wants to hang out with him.
I feel like he would team with Bowser Jr. if Bowser Jr. was like, let's make some bank. Like there's got to be money involved in some way, and Wario would be all about it. I feel
Gold
like that's what
coins,
it is.
maybe.
Yeah. So we'll see. Again, we don't know if this is true, but I could certainly see the two.
But the actual Bowser, starring Jack Black, is in it. Is he not?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what is this? Batman Forever? How many bad guys can we squeeze into one movie?
Well, we know Bowser's captured right now.
Batman and Robin, was it?
Bowser is captured by Mario and Luigi. He's being held captive by them, and Bowser Jr. is coming in to save him.
It all fits together in a nice little package, doesn't it?
So we'll see. But yes, call me crazy. I do think there's room for Wario to be in this movie. But the question is, who voices Wario?
That's a great question.
Should I not explore this for reasons that may pop up later in the show?
No, let's explore it.
Actors that should be Wario.
I think I distinctly remember like years and years ago on the show, it was me or maybe somebody else suggested Danny DeVito.
Yeah, always.
But
always.
then this might have even been before, like, people were talking about him voicing Detective Pikachu.
Yes. I
mean,
mean,
he could voice it and he could, be the mocap for it. Like he's perfect if we were doing a live version.
Call me crazy, but I think Chris Pratt could pull double duty here. I think he'd do Wario as well.
I'm calling you crazy.
I'm just trying to think of a legitimate answer for who I would want to be Wario, and no one's coming to mind right away.
You're a real Goggins guy.
He's doing everything nowadays too, so why not? Sure. I mean, at least I know the quality of the acting would be good. I'm sure he could deliver lines great. I don't know what he would sound. How about Willem Dafoe?
I think that's a great.
That
I think
just
that's
popped
great,
into my
actually.
head. I want Willem Dafoe.
Probably
now.
the best answer.
What's that
give.
quote that's from Dafoe when he's talking about one of his role where it's like he's
gay.
gay and what
He likes classical music. There's a bunch of different things that are interesting about it.
So he could be like that. He's gay. He smells terrible. He loves classical music.
He loves garlic. There's a bunch
Loves
of things.
treasure.
Willem Dafoe. That's my answer. Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, rest in peace. He would be a great one too. Oh man, I hate it, and I also like it. That one, no. I take it back. I just hate it.
only because Bobcat is his own thing. Yeah. Like you hear that, and you're like, "That's Bobcat."
Nick Cage. Oh, that would be
Oh,
also
geez.
terrible.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't.
Just let him ruin
trust
Spider-Man. I don't want him to
trust
ruin
him.
Wario
and,
too.
And no method people, please.
Yeah,
I
we
just
don't
can't
want to.
shake the feeling that I know who the perfect person and I haven't.
Well,
thought them
think
yet.
on it.
We probably just need some time to think about it.
You know what?
Gary Busey.
Wow. He doesn't have the gruffness that I
Yeah.
want, but he has the
You
personality.
know who could do it since it's voice work?
Mario.
Mark Hamill could do it, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I
maybe.
could see Mark Hamill doing a great job. Yes, he would come up with. You know what? If Mark Hamill was announced, I'd be like, okay, an actor who knows how to do voice acting.
Yeah.
I would not be worried at all. Luffing says, as interesting as it could be, it's already a bit too late for last minute plot twists when even the toys are appearing on stores. In the stores now, if it's a teaser for the third movie, that is a very good point. That usually the toys would get this information out there and it would leak and we'd probably see the toy stuff out there already. So you make a good counterpoint to this being true or not. SD says, can Mark Hamill fart? That's a very important question they'd have to ask him. We need to know that.
Well, there's a voice actor and then there's an anus actor. Different.
Anus efforts.
Yeah.
Oh, he used a stunt butt.
Who
Yeah.
should?
Stunt hole.
That's like a what's her name? This would be funny if I could think of her name, but I can't. Jennifer.
Coolidge?
No, is her name not Jennifer? Oh no, Jennifer. No. It might
Oh, is
not be
this
Jennifer.
Lawrence?
Lawrence? Yes, she used the stunt hole in that movie where she's naked.
Jesus.
She did. What do you want? It's the truth.
Which movie?
The one where it's a comedy where she's trying. Some kids never had sex and he's a dork.
Oh, I saw that. No Hard Feelings.
Yes.
You
She
the
is-
Dorcas
she is- she's-
Malorcas?
She does like a nude fight scene on the
Yes,
beach. I don't remember seeing
stunt
her
hole,
hole, but
stunt hole. She was wearing a. I know she wore a merkin in that movie to hide her
Oh,
actual
okay.
privates, but there was a stunt butt for hole. I don't know about stunt vagina hole, but remember, whether you like butthole or vagina hole, love makes us all whole. Never forget.
They need us.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's get some merch for these movies where they sell these
Right?
holes.
All right, I'm just going to a random Reddit.
Holes.
Random
You
Reddit.
could get those chocolates made of your
That's
hole.
right, pucker candies.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I really want to get those for draw.
Going
like
to a
bad.
random Reddit thread about who should play Wario. This is from 2 years ago. Danny DeVito is at the top. Somebody says
sure.
John DiMaggio. I'm sure he could do a great voice. That's very true.
Mhm.
Uh,
God.
I already made the Chris Pratt joke, but somebody on Reddit made the joke of wrist rat because of Wario. You put the W in the name. It makes perfect sense.
Now I get it.
John Goodman, somebody says. I could see him
Maybe,
doing a
maybe.
good job. I think I could see that. Not who I'd go to right away. Kevin James, Adam Sandler.
Too silly.
Mm.
I kind of hate
Not
it,
gross
but I
enough.
also don't think he would do a bad job. I don't.
Maybe not. I don't know.
There's so many Danny DeVitos in here. It's just Danny. Pedro Pascal. Sure. Mark Hamill. Here you go. Somebody says Mark Hamill.
All
on this. Joe Pesci. Well, my dad could talk, or no, my
No.
dad knows Joe Piscopo, not Joe Pesci.
Joe Pescopo.
Jack Black. Yep, there you go. It's like 80%.
John Lovitz is
80%
SD says
John
I
John
know
Lovitz.
it's like you can't get around it. It's literally the role he was born to play.
Yep.
You know, John Lovitz isn't a bad choice. He's got that kind of nasally, that
Mm.
kind of thing going on.
Trying to picture if I could see him better as Wario or Waluigi. I don't know.
I could see him as both.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
see him as
he could
both.
do both roles. Why not? Why not?
But you don't want somebody. I mean, I like him a lot, but you don't want somebody too likable because you know that's why I didn't sanction the John Goodman, because it's like, I don't want my Wario to be like redeemed.
Well, he was John Goodman was really bad in that Cloverfield movie, like an evil person, whatever that was called.
I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying
You get that out of there, Blood Ocean.
I would be like, oh, that's Dan Connor.
Yeah. Tony De La Mancha says
Damn.
Josh Gad. That's not possible anymore, Tony, because Josh Gad, rest in peace. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to explain it to you. Do knows what we're talking
Oh,
about.
boy.
That's right, Wonder Man.
Oh, well, there you go. Now it's a spoil.
Oh, it's that. We're not talking. How would they not? How would they know what to look for then if they didn't know the spoiler? Like, they'd have to know what show to watch.
I said, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself. I said nothing at all on purpose to avoid the spoiler.
I totally just spoiled that.
Yeah, there's been, let's say, a handful of times where I've gone on my way to not spoil something and it's followed quickly by you spoiling it. So.
What was the thing? Rip Josh Gad? Is that what they said? Or?
Yeah, no, so somebody recommended Josh Gad for Wario, and I said, well, he can't because he's dead. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna have to figure it out on his own. And then you said,
and then
I said,
watch Wonder Man.
No, I didn't. I said,
oh.
Do knows what I'm talking about. And then he said, yes, Wonder Man. Spoil what I was trying not to spoil.
I was saying, I wonder, man, what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, then I ruined it. I take it back.
You did. And I'll accept your apology right now.
But anyway, we'll see if this rumor turns out to be true. But now it is yours to move on and do with as you please. Moving forward. Resident Evil Requiem is out on everything right now, everything modern, and that includes the Switch 2, which many were surprised to see when it was announced, myself included, but I'm very happy that it was announced. And
it can run the title screen and everything.
It can, I'll talk about it in detail later. So, Digital Foundry, right?
Yeah.
They do the tech analysis of it. The Resident Evil Requiem version of Switch 2 at times and in large portions has a higher visual quality than the Xbox Series S. And there are certain portions and aspects where it has a higher resolution than the PS5. And you have to watch their digital teardown or their teardown.
That's very surprising. Okay.
Capcom is working some magic with this stuff. And it's all, there's DLSS and interpolation, a whole bunch of whatever. We'll go watch their thing. But it is by far the most impressive. This is a modern game. This is a now game that's out on Switch 2. And that's where I'm playing it. And I've watched Digital Foundry's teardown and I've watched other comparison videos. And sure, specular lighting might not be as prevalent in some scenes and hair might not look as good in some scenes. But overall, you put them next to each other and it's like, son of a bitch, these look really close to each other. But we'll talk about that later. Here's a spoiler. Don't click that spoiler unless you want to know about Josh Gad. So anyway, they brought it to Switch 2 day and date with other platforms, as Capcom's doing with pretty much all their modern games, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Pragmata, and other things to come. And they talked a bit in a new Creator's Voice. Creator's Voice is a video series that Nintendo does with developers about their games that they're bringing to Switch 2. So they talked to Resident Evil Requiem director Koshi Nakanishi about bringing the game over to Switch 2. And they talk very openly about the process of bringing the game to Switch 2. And here's what Mr. Nakanishi says, quote, "The Switch 2 system has improved graphical specs, so we wondered if Requiem could run on it, and it did with ease. When we, the development team, first saw it in our hands, we were skeptical too, so we had to do a triple take. We thought to ourselves, oh, is this really running on Switch 2? It all worked so smoothly that we decided to just go ahead with the game as is and make it for the system. With specs like these in handheld mode, it looks great too." Yeah, that's something else you have to consider. Resident Evil Requiem was in development long before the Switch 2 was a thing. Obviously, Capcom found out about it earlier than everybody else and probably most other third parties. But still, we're talking about years into development of the game. And Capcom was like, I guess we'll just see if it runs on the system. And they put what they had at the time on there. And they're like, wow, okay, this is viable. And then they just brought it out and managed to get it out day and date with the other versions. So it shows it's proof positive what they're saying is actually true. But again, we'll talk about that more later. So very cool to see that. Capcom, my hat, if I was still wearing it, off to Capcom and Square Enix, because they are putting into work to show what's possible on Switch 2 and just how closely you can get to other versions of games or other systems. Because Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade has been, again, compared to the PS4 and PS5 versions, and it is incredibly close to that version of the game. It's nuts. Yeah, there you look at that screenshot there that's put in the or the YouTube thumbnail. PS5 next to Switch 2. You got more prominent shadows on the PS5 version without a doubt, and there's better lighting certainly, but next to each other, they look very similar. And you're not looking at Leon's face like that when you're playing the game.
Right.
So, it's a hyper-sensitive, hyper-stylized thumbnail there. But still.
For me, the left looks like Leon, the right looks like recent Jim Carrey. You see that mask on him? He took the movie The Mask and figured he would make it for real.
I saw a headline about it and I didn't get to read it, and I was like, I got to circle back and see what's going on here. So I guess when I go look at that, it will be shocking. But he's done something to his face.
I mean, he had some work. It's really not. It's really blown out of proportion. You could tell it's him, and it's not that big of a deal.
Discord, somebody in Discord, could you please show me Jim Carrey's new face, please? AI, bring up Jim Carrey's new face.
Computer, load up. Jim Carrey man, please.
So there's that. Moving on, we also have a rumor of this comes from your favorite dude, Mr. Grubb. Grubb had some inside information. He says that he has heard that Sony currently has Gran Turismo 7 up and running on the Switch 2. So it seems like a crazy statement to say overall, but let me break things down for you. First things first, Sony has brought PlayStation 5 games to the Switch. And they are open to bringing things to Switch 2 as well. We saw the Lego Horizons game come to Switch because they felt the platform was a good fit for the game. Fair. I don't think anybody bought that game anywhere, but whatever. So it's not like Sony is against this idea. We've seen Sony bring some of their games to Xbox as well. So could Gran Turismo 7 go to Switch 2? Sure, it could. But there's another part of this rumor that you have to factor in. We have heard through the grapevine that Sony is looking into doing another portable device. So they had the PSP and the PS Vita. Obviously, they've seen the success with the Switch and the Switch 2. And then you have Steam Deck and other things like that. So rumor has it Sony's getting the itch again for a hybrid system. And rather than put a whole bunch of money into their research and development to come up with a viable piece of hardware that they could test things on, they're like, rather than spend all that money, let's see if we can make Gran Turismo 7 run on the Switch 2. Because obviously Sony will end up making a hybrid portable that's more powerful than the Switch 2. But they're like, let's see what's viable. Let's just see if we can make it run on the Switch 2 and where it's at. And then based on that, we can better plan out where we would like to go for a potential hybrid system in the future. So that would be a very smart way to handle things and save them a lot of money and a lot of time too, because they've literally a finished piece of hardware, and then they could do the reverse engineering for just the software side. So that could be the case where they're just doing this test internally for themselves for their own future hardware. So there's one side where this could actually get released on Switch 2. There's one side where this was never intended to be released on Switch 2. So we'll find out together. I don't know if this will ever see the light of day, but it's certainly interesting. And Grubb, as we know, has gotten things correct in the past multiple times and is noteworthy for having multiple inside sources and connections to the industry throughout wherever. So I would say it's true, just we don't know to what degree is it true, whether they're going to bring it out on Switch 2 for the public or whether they're just doing internal tests for their own path forward with the PlayStation brand. We don't know. But cross your fingers it comes to Switch 2, because we don't really have a top-tier simulation racer on Switch 2. Xbox has Forza, PlayStation has Gran Turismo, and Nintendo has, there's games out there like Gear Club and stuff like that, but nothing like to the degree that Gran Turismo is. So something to step in and fill that void would be nice. So Gran Turismo is one of the best there is. So
now, Gran Turismo, they're famous for putting microphones in like the engines of all these cars. You think the Switch 2's audio can even handle that?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, since it's anything that can play sound can handle it. Yes, so even the Game Boy that they're putting out right now that can play Pokemon games could handle it.
Says you.
So we'll see what happens. I honestly don't know. Anthropy says this just sounds like one of those too good to be true scenarios. It's never going to happen. Not a huge fan of these types of racing games, but damn, it's fun in VR. I have heard excellent things about the VR on Gran Turismo, so it seems like a fun way.
Once upon a time, I loved a Gran Turismo game. I'll let you guess which one it was.
2?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened?
That was a good guess.
Why'd you get out of that?
I don't know. know. I mean, I only played that one. That's all you need.
Yeah, the one after it had a 3 in the titles.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that.
SD put a picture of Jim Carrey's new face in the Discord, and you're right. He did take it way too far.
Don't
I mean, it's not even,
somebody's
it's not even the right color anymore. All right, MomBrain, it is time. Umami. All aboard the savory release train, because I've got some new games for you, my friends. Woo woo. You know it. Here's what came out in North America this week. Let me tell you, because we got a whole bunch of stuff, my friends. Big games, little games, new games, old games. Here they are. Switch 2, Arcade Archives 2, Adventure Canoe. Never played Adventure Canoe. Never knew it existed until this week, but here it is. The Disney Afternoon Collection. Nikki Hill's Dream. Nikki Hill, will you speak your name? Nikki Hill's Dream is coming true, finally, after 9 years of him complaining about that game never going to the Switch. Now it is coming to Switch and Switch 2, and with 2 bonus games, Goof Troop from the Super Nintendo, which is fantastic. If you love classic Legend of Zelda, play Goof Troop. It is phenomenal. It has the same kind of puzzles. Here's an extra bonus: co-op, local co-op. I don't know if it's online on this version, but boy, is it a great game. I played through the first level again because I got the collection. Man, definitely holds up. Great soundtrack. Classic Konami, or a classic Capcom. Great job with the licensed Disney game. Killer
They used to
game.
make some good ones.
Yeah, this is without a doubt included in that lineup. It is fantastic up and down. And then also in the collection, Kirby's favorite Disney classic character, Bonkers. The Bonkers kid.
God.
The only one he likes better is Marsupilami, but Bonkers is in this collection. So I've never played the Bonkers game on Super Nintendo. I don't really hear people talk about it. But
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear people talk about Bonkers at all, except us, obviously.
Let me get through the releases, then I'll talk more about Bonkers.
We don't have to, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we will.
Okay.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is available. I've never played it. I've heard it's a phenomenal port, and they did an excellent job, and Digital Foundry gave it their props. So if you've never played it or you want to play it again, it seems like the Switch 2 version is fantastic, and more updates are coming to it. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are available on Switch 2. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village are on Switch 2. These are native ports, not cloud versions. The Switch got cloud versions. Switch 2 has native ports. And then, of course, Resident Evil Requiem, the brand new Resident Evil game, is available on Switch 2 right now, physically or digitally, but the physical is a game key card. Scott Pilgrim EX, a brand new Scott Pilgrim 2D beat-em-up, made by the same team, coming to Switch 2 on March 3rd, so get ready for that. And Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition Switch 2 Edition is available right now. What about our friends on Switch? Well, you got plenty as well. The Achilles Bundle, which is Legends Untold and Survivor. Afterplace, Arcade Archives, Adventure Canoe, Aquamarine Explorers Edition, Avenue Escape, Bubble Shot, Color Mismatch Brain Quiz, Cryptical Path, Death Ground Simulator, the Disney Afternoon Collection, Egg Console MSX2 version of Super Cooks, Escape Game Room 10, Exit Lab 15 rooms, Exit Lab Beginner Level, Exit Lab Expert Level, Exit Lab Intermediate Level. Finally, I've talked about this so many times, this is the one with the lesbian story. Fear Effects 2 Retro Helix is available on the Switch 2. Cleaned up visually, so it's in HD, but still has the same cel-shaded look, and it's the same game you remember from back in the PS1 days. So I remember that game very fondly. I don't know if it's actually good, but I remember it being good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna hold up,
but you can try it out right now. Fishing Pro Simulator, Gas Ratio, Glowfall Vale, Golfing Over It with Alva Maho. What that is? Haunted Manager, Highway Roads Racer, Human Bowling, Kingpin, Island Survival 2026 Craft Build Grow, Jigsaw Realms Oasis, Leysara Summit Kingdom, that's an award-winning game, finally available on Switch. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, yes, that is the original Legacy of Kain game, revamped visually. Loaders Inc., Lone Shark, Lots, Legion of Zombie Terrors, Magic Sheep, Meowgic Mix, Mole Cart Mining, Monkey in the Zoo. Oh, that poor monkey in the zoo. That story. Oh, it's so sad.
Punch? Or
yes, that
Punch
sounds right.
Something?
Oh, God, that's a sad story. Nemo Sphere. Path of Mystery, A Brush with Death. Peaceful Fishing Story. Picronix 2. Pokemon Fire Red version and Leaf Green version. Pogwi. Pools. Projected Dreams, Cubic 2025 bestsellers, Kirby, the Ren and Stimpy Happy Joy collection. All those terrible games in one digital package.
I stopped after the first one.
Yeah, I want to say I played 3 of them and they were all very bad. Rinisama Muso, the chosen one.
Teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
They teach you to hate video games. Rolling Macho, Tumbling to Earth. Royal Vermin, Sands of Aura, Scott Pilgrim EX also available on Switch. Snapshot Oddities, Find What's Wrong. Oh, MomBrain. Soapy Tales, Sociable Soccer Champions, Soul Shard, Tales of Berseria Remastered. That's the latest Tales Remastered game. Tiny Garden, Trials of Olympus, Trials of Randoom, and finally Whiskey Mafia Blacklist. Steister says, "Ooh, mommy, what a week." And then, Josh, my friend, if you could, as only you can.
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Do, if you don't mind. Could you handle the Nicky Hill business for us?
It's an honor. Now it's time for the European eShop releases for the week of February 26th, the year of our Lord 2026. This is Dew Michaels filling in for the incomparable Nicky Hill. Nicky Hill, we speak your name. On the Switch 2, Balatro, City Hunter, the Disney Afternoon Collection, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, Ease X, Proud Nordics. And on the Switch, 30-in-1 Family Games Mega Collection, Afterplace, Bubble Shot, Cappy Spa, Caverit, City Hunter, Death Ground Simulator, Egg Console Super Cooks MSX2, Emoji Battlefield Island Warfare, Escape Game Room 10, Exit Lab Beginner Level, Exit Lab Expert Level, Exit Lab Intermediate Level, Frost Veil, Fur Squadron Phoenix, Golfing Over It with Alva Maho, Haunted Manager, Human Bowling Kingpin, Hummingbird Garden, Hunt the Night, Jigsaw Realms Lost Isles, Loaders Inc., Lone Shark, LOZT Legion of Zombie Terrors, Magic Sheep, Maid Cafe on Electric Street, Nemosphere, Path of Mystery, A Brush with Death, Peaceful Fishing Story.
I like.
I'm just trying to picture what's the antithesis of a peaceful fishing story. I mean, isn't that what fishing is? Peaceful.
It's like Trout Wars.
Trout Wars. Picronics 2, Pogwi, Pools, Ren and Stimpy Happy Joy collection,
Happy.
Rolling Macho,
Joy.
Sorry, Dew.
Rolling Macho, Tumbling to Earth, Sands of Aura, Soapy Tales, Sociable Soccer Champions, Stillborn Slayer, Survive Disasters Apocalypse, the Disney Afternoon Collection, Tiny Garden. I got that Tiny Garden at Tiny Gardens. Trials of Olympus, Ultimate 20-Game Bundle, and last but not least, Water Park Simulator 2025.
Sir, comment, Dew?
"'Tis," replied Aunt Steister, who says, "No one does it like Nicky Hill." Well, I'm
You're
sorry that I'm no one.
Tony De La Mancha is right. He says it's not peaceful for the fish. That is right. I saw a Yap Dollar talk about how to fish today as well that I almost sent to you, but I was like, I sent her one.
That Yap Dollar you sent me that I got this morning, I
Foul.
gagged.
I knew you wouldn't like it, but it's very informative.
Chow
Chow Hung Shu. Well, that's my dream, to have Yap Dollar on the podcast one day.
The guy?
The actual dollar, yeah. Who else do you think? Of course, I want actual Yap Dollar to come hang out. I think it would be very informative, very interesting.
Very human.
Very human. Very human is the key.
I like the human touch.
That's that. MomBrain, what have you been playing?
A little bit of bingo. And then Raw Meat recommended a hog.
MomBrain's been looking for hogs, which are
hidden object games.
Hidden object games, which she apparently found out that that's what they're called in that community.
That's
hogs.
awesome.
How great is that? Got me a hog. So he found a game called Crispy Street. Crispy with a K, if you're going to look for it.
Oh.
And
was it crispy?
It's like Where's Waldo. It's got a real Where's Waldo vibe. It's
Or Wally for our European friends.
Did you find the guy taking a dump in the castle?
It's a really nice game. It's a really nice
I saw
game.
that it was reviewed really well. It's published by Netflix, so you get it on your app store, and then you need a Netflix login to play it. But it's at no additional cost. You get it for the cost of your Netflix subscription. But it was really highly reviewed, and I was like, MomBrain, try this one out, and apparently it's a hit.
I had a very, very, very busy week at work.
Hey, Leister.
So a hog is just what you needed.
Exactly.
A zone out hog, some bingo, and some hogging.
Yeah, I mean, but really,
I needed to get high on that hog.
Yes.
I wasn't home a whole lot this week.
I did not see as much as I usually do. I was very lonely. Piper was very upset because she likes to sit on you, and she was yelling at me that you weren't here. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
This week sucked, except for yesterday. Yesterday was great.
It's weird. I had the exact same week, basically.
Yep. It sucked. Like there was too much to do, and what I had to do, I didn't want to do, and it was just frustrating. And the weather annoyed me, and I don't even go anywhere.
It's like we're sharing the same brain.
It's a 40-year-old man brain. 40-year-old man brain in all of us.
I wish it was 40.
Close enough. We're not. We gotta. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it stinks.
But anyway, thanks, MomBrain. Is that?
Yes, and I'll be excusing myself for a moment.
What's happening?
Just gotta take a hog break.
Gotta take a hog
break.
Just gonna have a hardship.
Kirby, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, sure. Not much to talk about. Played Mario Kart 8 as always. I think a couple of months ago I played the demo for the new Shinobi. I mean, it's not new anymore, but
newish.
Yeah,
still counts. Not that old.
Yeah, that's probably like the most recent game that I've played.
Is the new Shinobi? Is it like a Metroidvania or is it stages?
Stages, from what I know.
But yeah, that was fun. It's .emu. Combat system's fun. And that's about it. I've been playing the mini crossword a lot. And I just got my highest score ever. I completed it in 25 seconds. Which I don't think I'll ever be able to beat again. So that's
I am officially retiring from the mini crossword.
That's right. Yeah. That's about it for me.
All right. Uku. I know you've been busy.
Yeah. So we had Animal Crossing Old Horizons. This week is springtime, so the snow is gone, and springtime's in full effect. So the MomBrains of the world will be happy about that. Then there was some Fortnite playing this week, as usual. Nothing that I can. I mean,
I look back on it fondly, which I always do, but I don't know that. Never mind. I can't.
we got beat up this week.
We did, but I look back on it fondly. We've won games.
I didn't even think about winning. I never really think about winning or losing because that's not why we play. But
we had a lot of bookend nights where we won the first and the last.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, you're right, Blood Ocean. MomBrain's she puts a new light bulb in here that's like a candle, and we got to get rid of it. It's no good.
Yeah, it's distracting. It's a little distracting. But
I'm gonna go take care of it right now. But I am listening.
Okay. We haven't been playing Fortnite as often as we used to.
Don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm reluctant to be the one to text everybody and invite to play, and I don't know why that is, because there's no one would care either way.
Well, I can tell you how I feel.
Yeah, tell us how you feel.
I don't often send the invite because usually an invite comes in. But not that I'm keeping track, the last 3 times I put the invite out first, everybody said no.
Oh no.
It's the first time I was like, whatever. The second time I was like, this is usually why I don't do it. And the most recent, I was like, again, are you kidding me? So
I think I've only said no once.
oh, it's not you. Yeah. Like it'll be like me and you and nobody else. Like I know you're
Right.
good for it.
Yeah, usually I say yes and then fall asleep right as we're about to play. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll start reaching out more often. But yeah, I think the team is just a little busier lately.
That's certainly true. That's what it seems like.
So
busy.
yeah, but it's always fun to play that. And then last but not least, it's red letter day for Adu Michaels, because Resident Evil Requiem is out, and you know how this boy feels about Resident Evil games. He loves them. So started playing this one. I actually started playing it at midnight. I felt like I was like in high school again. So I played for like 5 minutes, then went to bed. I couldn't even. I was like, I just hope it's saved. I can't even. But yeah, so I played a bunch of that, and I really like it so far. Really, really like it so far.
I'm glad to hear that. Like I said to you, I was pretty confident you were really going to like it, but it's nice to have a confirmation.
Yeah, as I usually am. I was very judgmental for the first like 10 minutes of the game. And I was like, this is taking too long. No. And that's actually something I wanted to bring up. Like, I haven't seen anyone complaining that there's a woman in it.
Because they're conditioned to it. Resident Evil is allowed.
Evil is like that. Like,
it's allowed. Now, if they did it now, no, forget it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they didn't have Leon in it, people would be more upset. But
people have been eating that Jill sandwich for years.
Like Kobayashi.
And now you understand that.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like it. So it's kind of broken up into 2 sections where when you play as Grace, it's
blessing.
It's a little bit more like classic Resident Evil, like a little bit scarier. You can't you don't have as many item slots, so you can't carry as much stuff. Ammo seems kind of scarce, and like health seems a little scarce. Not too scarce though, but just scarce enough to keep that survival horror bit. And I was thinking about this, and I think every time I play a new Resident Evil game, they're really great at, even though the gameplay style can switch from game to game, they do a good job of keeping what originally brought me into that Resident Evil fold, which is the survival horror aspect. Now, so much time has passed, and I've played the original Resident Evil so many times that it's kind of, I don't want to say it's lost meaning, but I'm not scared playing those anymore like I was, because I've been around every corner and I know what to expect, and I can conserve my ammo and my health whenever. And I've lost, when I think about the classic Resident Evil, yes, there's a nostalgia and a love there, but it really stems from that survival horror feeling of what's through this door. Do I have enough ammo to get through this next part, whatever it's going to be? And there's something about this game that's just nailing that feeling for me. It's not anything more than just like, I feel that survival horror. I don't know if I'm going to have the ammo to get through this part. Yeah. And there was a couple of parts where I actually had to run away. And
I'm playing conserving ammo, her parts anyway, conserving ammo, and wondering what I'll be able to do. Yeah, and it's tense, but that's what I want from a Resident Evil.
The best. I love that feeling. And there's times when I'll be there's insurmountable odds, and I have almost no ammo, and like you're going through trying everything you can, and then maybe you come across ammo like right the last second or something, or you get the help that you need and you're able to heal yourself before something pops off. So like and you mentioned the other day when you were talking about it that It's got a really great sense of atmosphere and like building up the suspense, especially with the grace sections. It spends a lot of time kind of building this suspense to the point of like the tension just like is like so palpable. And I'm enjoying playing the Grace sections first person and the Leon sections third person. I think it's nice that you get to choose however you want to go, and I find first person to be a little bit spookier. So it's cool to play the Grace sections. That are you doing that as well?
I'm doing third all the way.
Third for, yeah. I thought about that. I thought about that too, but
Yeah.
sorry, I should be on this. MomBrain's not here.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying the first person aspect to the Grace sections.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
But other than the survival horror aspect of it, I have to say that the evolution of the zombie. First of all, there's zombies in this. Thank God. Thank you for that. Holy cow! No werewolves, no leech monsters yet. Give me the zombies. And boy, they've taken this, like you said, it feels like the next, I hate using this because what's the next generation, but it feels like the next generation of games in a way, or evolution, because the zombies feel like they're just zombies, like they still have some humanity to them, and they say like zombie-like human phrases, and they do things that humans would do,
like the giant chef zombie.
I love this aspect for many reasons. First of all, I just think it's so interesting. Like I remember vividly reading in the original Resident Evil the diary of like the groundskeeper or whatever, and like every page you read, he gets more and more zombie-like, and at the end, the last entry is just itchy, tasty. And I was like, this is incredible.
Fuzzy, dizzy.
Because like I feel like they put on screen what I was reading in that, groundskeeper's diary all those years ago. Like they feel like there's like an uncertainty there, and I love that you don't know if they've seen you. They could, like, sometimes they'll just stand there and looking at you like, I think they see me. Or sometimes you'll try to sneak by them and they'll know you're there, or sometimes they won't. And like they all have like something that they're doing. I don't want to spoil any of them, to be honest, because like they're all really interesting. But they feel there's a great individuality of the zombies where they are just zombies, but they feel like they were real people at some point, and it doesn't seem like, how they have like, oh, there's 5 different zombie characters and that's it. Like they all look different for the most part. Maybe there's a couple that look the same, but like they all are kind of very specific, and I absolutely love that. But the other thing I love about that is that it reminds me in a way of like a grown-up Luigi's Mansion, because each one of the zombies, it's not that there's a trick to beating them, but there can be a trick, or if you snoop around enough, like you can figure things out. And like sometimes there's some zombies that like you'll beat and they'll drop something that you need to like do something else, and that's not unique or anything, but it was cool, and it gave like kind of like a Luigi's Mansion effect where you have to beat the ghost to go to the next bit and stuff, and it kind of has that. It's almost like an organic way of going through it, because how normally you're going through and you have to find the key and then go to the doors that are locked and use the key. That's still here, but it's kind of like you're not just finding the key. You've got to like maybe beat the zombie that has the key, or whatever the situation might be. So I'm really, really digging the uniqueness of the zombies and like the individuality of them, and it feels like a big deal to take one down. Like even just a regular zombie feels like it's okay, like I can breathe in this hallway now for at least the next 30 minutes or something.
I like it when the zombies actually feel threatening in games.
And this game does it so well. And there's like a lot of, I'm playing it with surround sound headphones on, and the sound design is incredible.
I thought that too. Like
So
I
good.
really did. I was, the game asked you headphones, surround sound headphones, and I have surround sound, and I was playing it like that, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not often where, there's plenty of games where you hear sounds and where they're coming from and all that, but there's something about it in this game where I'm like, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think the sound design is excellent, and you just know, like a lot of times with that stuff, I'll hear it and I'll be like, are they behind me? Are they here? Where are they? Are they? I hear them, but here you hear them and you're like, I know this guy's upstairs, like right above us, or he's around this corner. I just know it, and like they are, and like the things that the zombies say and like the noises they make and all that stuff. It's just really, really great, engaging, fun. The action is fun. The Leon bits are really fun too. What's funny is going into the game, I was like, I don't know if I want to play. Like, I don't know if I'm excited for the Grace sections because, I want to play the Leon sections where you're a badass. And then like I was playing the Grace sections, and then when you switch to Leon, I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I want to be like Grace again. But then you play as Leon, and you're like, oh my god, this is awesome too.
Grace is very much like classic Resident Evil, like you said, and then the Leon sections are like the game's very much okay. Go have some fun and blow up a bunch of stuff.
And then both are very effective. I like both types of Resident Evil, and I was a little leery. Well, I'm leery about everything, but like I was leery going into this one thinking like it's going to be a jack of all trades and a master of none kind of thing. Like it's going to be jarring to go back and forth, and I'm really loving it. And and there's like gameplay elements that you can do with Grace that you can't do with Leon, and vice versa, and they're unique and they fit the play styles perfectly. So all of that is really fun, builds the tension. I'm just starting to get into the Leon bits now, and the fact that he's got a permanent like axe that you can use for finishers,
I really like
and all
that.
you got to do is sharpen it at any time you want, and there's no like I don't have to find whetstones or anything. Like it's sharpen it whenever you got time, and if you knock a zombie down, you hit him in the head with the axe, and it's so satisfying and awesome. And that like it's just, I don't know, I'm loving both bits.
I have this.
Now I'm glad you played that, because it does keep that kind of cheeseball Resident Evil feel as far as the story goes.
Perhaps that was the most important part.
It's a little bit harder to be endeared to a game that looks this good and has a bad story than if you just hear like the voice actors in the original Resident Evil. There's some charm to that awfulness. Here it's just like, oh god, this is so cheesy, but who cares? I'm not really playing Resident Evil for the story.
They've managed to make especially Leon so cheesy, but in a really enjoyable way.
Like
his one-liners are so bad, but I can't help but like that second opinion thing that he says to the doctor when he watched that one lady get destroyed. I guess I'm asking for a second opinion. As there's like, I get it. He's used to zombies all the time.
Where is
like, here we go again. And
where is everybody? Bingo.
There's a scene where like the guy, I don't know, something's happening to him, and the guy's like tough talking him, and he's like, I'm gonna ask you. He's like, I'm gonna give you. Should I ask you more questions, or should I give you the treatment? And he's like, hopefully it's the silent treatment. And it's just like, oh my god, Leon, like you.
So in preparation for this game, I've seen people were playing other Resident Evil games, and there was this one girl I got on TikTok. This isn't the exact TikTok, but she was playing Resident Evil 6, which has Leon in it. And I haven't played it to the end, so I don't know. But he's got a line at the end, which is just one word, and the girl hears it, and she's like, why did he say
women.
It? Yeah, I'm going to play it right now. Oh, what the hell? It's another language. But yes, whatever. She's giving him something to help him, right?
She's
like, use this and call me if you need me anytime. And Leon goes, women. And the girl playing it is like, why would he say that?
Women, they're always giving me stuff.
Trying to help me out.
Resident Evil 6 is the one mainline Resident Evil I haven't played. So, but I did see that TikTok, and I was just like, what the heck is that? Like, what is that? I don't even think with context I would know what that would mean, because it's like the very last thing in the game too before the credits roll, and like she throws him like a pendant, and she's like, here, and he's like, women.
I'm gonna try and find the right one,
but
I think this is the girl. Yes, this is the girl. I found the exact one. Let's try that scene again, guys.
Leon, for the next time you see her,
women.
Yeah, like
Women,
Why? Why?
because they be shopping.
No, that's it. I guess that's it, man. And the official PlayStation account on TikTok has been great because they posted one about Resident Evil Requiem being out, but it's just thirst traps of Leon, and they're playing that song "Daddy's Home."
Right.
It's so good. But we love Leon. He's cheesy and he's stupid and he's whatever. He can mow down
his hair
zombies
looks
unlike
great.
anybody else. Hair looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, we do love Leon. And I like Grace too. I've got nothing against the character of Grace. She's a little bit too like I mean it works for the game, but she's like very shy and like diminutive, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but like she has trouble. It's clear she has trouble like being social.
Yeah.
She's very awkward with the little girl in the game. Yes, there's a child in the game. I kind of wish they would get away from these children, but whatever. It's not bothersome at all. It's just part of the cheesy story. But yeah, I'm liking. I like Grace, and I think it works for the gameplay. But she's like an FBI agent, so you're kind of thinking like, why is she so?
She's a pencil pusher.
Oh, is this like her first time in the field
She's
or
writing
something?
reports.
Yeah, and she's got a troubled past too. So like, I
will
can see
admit,
it.
so she's got a troubled past, but the guy that sends her out on the mission in the beginning is like, if you're not okay going, you don't have to go. And like she goes there, and there's a traumatic place, and then you see through cutscenes everything that went down there. And I was like, okay, I understand why she's so scared. It's just a little traumatic. You learn more as it goes on, and you're like, holy crap! You think the director would have been like, we're gonna send somebody else on this.
Yeah.
You don't need to,
Right?
Because it wasn't just like, oops, somebody died. Like a whole bunch of stuff happened.
Exactly.
Like, this is horrifying. Even if I was mentally okay, I would be like, I'm good. I don't need to go back.
Right.
Here again.
I mean, I would, unless you're like a field agent with a lot of experience,
yeah.
you're not going to send her. I don't
How
think.
about and maybe we don't send Grace, the girl who sits at her computer and writes reports all the time.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but I think we could find somebody else better to do this. But she does it.
They did an amazing job of having you think there's a person there. I don't know if you noticed that, but like there's tons of like coat racks and like a cutout of something of a person or like a statue head or something, and they put them in these positions
there's
that are perfectly
so later
scary.
on. It's not that far, but there's the one long hallway. It's the hallway. You're playing as Grace, and down at the very end of the hallway to the left is the first fuse box that you find. When you first look down that hallway and you see, I don't want to say what's at the end, you turn the corner and you see it, and most of the hallway's dark, and then there's the light at the end, and you see that thing. I'm like, what is?
It freaked me out.
I was like, what am I looking at? And I sat there looking at it. I was like, I'm just gonna have to walk towards it and hope it doesn't kill me. And you get closer, and you're like, oh, that's what it is. But it's done very much on purpose. Where you're like, what is looking at me?
And it is freaky too, even as a thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this even here?
Yeah.
Like you gotta love that about Resident Evil. It's like, oh, it's just it's a regular building, but some creep at some point decided that he wanted to put a scary ass statue here or something. Who knows what?
And I'm so happy that it kept that part of Resident Evil 2 where it's like, go around and you need the hexagon metal to put into this thing, and you need 3 coins to unlock the case that has a side bag in it. Like all that stuff is so dumb, but I want that. I love that. That's what I want in Resident Evil. Keys and puzzles that don't make any sense in the real world, but you're doing it here. And I don't need an explanation for it. It doesn't it's just fun and enjoyable, and it's Resident Evil. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Like when they'll be like a photograph with something in it that's a clue to a puzzle, and you're just like, who took this picture? You know what I mean? Like the guys at work, no one's gonna take a picture of this guy in front of the puzzle with the answer. Like, I'm glad they did, because now I know the answer. But what like who's doing that? So like there's all that kind of stuff, which is great. I don't know. I'm really, really loving my time with it. It has that Resident Evil feel. I don't know, for some reason, every time I play one of these, like it happened with 7, 8, and this one's 9, where I was thinking, there's like, it's not going to feel the same as Resident Evil. Like it's just going to be, a first person scary game that we've seen a million times, and like there's some they just know their business, and like it really is giving off the survival horror vibe for it. So I'm loving it. Again, this is the least of my worries. I don't care about the story in these games. They've gotten so ridiculous that I really don't care. And like the characters are getting more and more ridiculous. It's the bad guy in this is so stupid. Like it's like the dumbest thing.
I love him.
And like I really don't care.
And I also love that just when, spoiler alert, when he was a regular guy, he was still like 9 feet tall.
Right? Like what is it? Like the
picture of him with all the other doctors around him, and I'm like,
yeah, and he still looks like Lemmy from Motorhead or something. And you're like, why is this? How is this guy the head scientist?
It's perfect because they've set an atmosphere for Resident Evil to be stupid, and you just accept it because that's part of it. So when you get more of that stuff, you're like, who is this man? But you're not like, this takes me out of it. You're just like, it's funny, it's fun, it's enjoyable.
And he's
guy,
like,
I can't get over that guy.
And like he's wearing like a snake skin trench coat or something, and that's not even the silliest part.
Does that go with
of
a
him.
rat hat?
I mean, it definitely could.
With all the lenses that he's wearing, and it's like,
what even is that? I mean, that it doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look practical. Like
so funny, and like he's the eyes are like spinning, or the lenses are spinning and zooming in, and it's like he's zooming in on people that are like right next to him, and he's like, red lens for this guy,
and it's just red. There's no other information. It's not like he's seen it through T2, like the Terminator's eyes with the.
It was like he made it, and he's like, this would be really cool, and no, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like it's
I love
it's been hanging out with that Dr. Jacoby.
Yeah, it's so bad, but
yeah, you're right. That's
so
what it
good.
is.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. It's scratching that itch. It's doing the it's doing the survival horror feel. Like it's giving me those feelings, and I'm really enjoying that. I know that I've been talking recently about like they need to go back to the old style, the tank controls, and do something new with that. And while I still would enjoy that, I was pleasantly surprised, especially with the zombies and the zombie interactions in this. That I think is what's going to make the next gen sing. It's not going to, because we've come as far as we can with the graphics, to a certain point. The story is not going to get any better for Resident Evil. So
I don't know that I would want it to.
Yeah. So
not at
like,
this point.
yeah. So the fact that they've been like, okay, we've got zombies, but they're not just like these mindless zombies. Like they've each got their quirks, and boy, oh boy, do I love it. Love the design. Love how it looks. The lighting is excellent. I like the animation when you have a flashlight out and you reload your gun. How cool is that?
It is very cool.
So like all that stuff is cool. There was a cool animation that you might not have seen. It might only be a first person thing, or maybe you just can't see it in third person, or maybe you can. There was when you're aiming as Grace first person with the gun and the flashlight, when you stop aiming, she does this thing where she like throws the flashlight up and catches it because it's like at an awkward angle, and she like
if I can see it, I haven't noticed it.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, I don't know. I'm digging it. It's scratching all those Resident Evil itches. It feels really good to play, and I'm happy to play it. I wasn't really looking forward to this one, to be honest. I mean, I was always gonna play it, but I just never thought it would be this good still. So happy joy. Thanks for listening, RMC. What have you been playing?
Thanks for asking. I played Fortnite with Deux. We had fun, always a good time. I played more golf in Virtual Boy. I love that game. It's such a fun game, and it's such a good use of the Virtual Boy. And I thought there was something else I played. Like I said, this week sucked, so I didn't have as much time to play stuff. But I think I really feel like I'm forgetting something. But I played Resident Evil Requiem. So I'll only talk a little bit about it, and I'll go from the approach of playing it on Switch 2. That is where I'm playing it. And it's all kinds of impressive. Like, really, I was... From the get-go, when you start out on the city street and, it's rain and puddles and cars driving by and everything, and I was like, wow, this looks like really good. And it's running at...
You've always been a graphics whore.
That's right. it's targeting 60 frames per second, and if it has dropped below that, I have not noticed it, or at least it hasn't dropped below that to a measurable degree. I'm early on in the game. I'm like 3 hours in, so who knows what'll happen later, but it's very technically impressive. And I'm playing using motion controls for aiming, which is what I love. I make the big sweeping movements with the joystick and then fine tuning with the motion controls, and God, it feels so good. I feel like I'm better at this Resident Evil than any other one just because I really like motion controls. So I'm using gyro to control for those fine tuning shots, and it feels great because, as Deux said, bullets are at a premium when you're playing as Grace, so you don't want to miss too many shots. But it's so much fun, and all the stuff Leon does when you're all the combat options for like taking out a zombie. You know, if you shoot them in the legs, or they bump into a wall, or they fall to the ground, and all the crazy stuff he can do. I really like that. How's the haptic feedback on the PS5 controller when you're playing?
Awesome. Yeah, I love the pitter patter of the raindrops.
Because I imagine it's very similar to the Switch 2 situation. I'm playing with the Pro controller, and you feel the rain when you're out on the city street, and like to the degree that like you can feel a difference between the rain falling from the sky and the rain pouring out of a gutter. Like I was purposefully standing under a gutter that was pouring rain, and it was like you felt like a steady stream of it. I was like, wow, this is really cool. You can feel like the thunder, and directionally you can feel the thunder. So like if the thunder is like if you're by a window on the right, you feel the thunder in that part of the controller, and as you turn, it moves behind you. I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Big fan of the rain. There's a rainstorm happening, at least at the very beginning part of the game, and like when you're in the building, almost anywhere, if you're near a window, you hear that rain, and I just love that atmosphere of it.
It was really that. So the haptic feedback, you know, on Switch 2 combined with the surround sound, like you were saying before, it feels really good. And I imagine it's very similar to what you get on PS5. So it's just really, that HD Rumble 2 is put to really good use here. So that just makes the experience that much better. But yeah, it's just so impressive that this is on Switch 2 day and date with other versions. And it looks so damn good. Like it really, really does. It's the RE engine. It's the new version of the RE engine that Capcom is using for almost all of their games. That's why all their games look so great. Pragmata is using the same engine, and Monster Hunter Stories 3 is using the same engine, and they're like, there's a reason why they work so hard on that engine, because it gives them amazing results across the board and can be obviously scaled up or scaled down depending on the platform they're using without much of a struggle for them, it appears. So boy, is it technically impressive on Switch 2. I cannot wait to play it more. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to because the Pokemon Day stuff happened, and we were out and about yesterday, but this weekend I will definitely be playing. But what I've played so far, I really don't have any complaints. It's exactly what I want from Resident Evil. It impresses me more with like Deux said, the zombie stuff and how unique their personalities are. I really like the combat options. I like the classic feel of wandering around that hospital or whatever you want to call it, and very classic Resident Evil style. And then they let you blow off some steam as Leon and fight waves of zombies, and if things get crazy, it's very enjoyable. I really like it.
I love that musical sting when you see a zombie as Grace. They do a little like like I can't do it, but it's
I'm sure
creepy and cool.
You've 100% seen it. The zombie that just keeps pushing the light switch.
Yeah.
And when you see him, he's like, lights. And I was like, I went and pushed the light switch closer to you at that point and ran away. And he looked over and he's like, lights, and came over and he goes and pushes that one. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Lots of little touches like that.
You told me about the maid zombie. It's frightening as heck when she gets you.
Whatever. We'll spoil one zombie. That. There's a zombie in it that is a maid.
It's not one of those sexy maids. Like
no. She's in a bathroom and she's cleaning a mirror, like scrubbing it. And she's saying clean, right? She keeps saying clean or something. Or dirty. She's saying dirty.
Yeah, something like that.
And, so she's in her zombie world cleaning this mirror. And when you walk by her, she gets annoyed and she starts chasing you. But if she actually catches you, she grabs you and takes you by the back of the head and starts clawing at your face, but she's screaming clean or dirty as she's doing it. So she's scrubbing your face and she's going,
it's so scary
so
in
good.
first person. It's very scary. And
also that's a very confined space that you're in. Like it's a narrow hallway with her in the bathroom and then the set of toilet stalls down there. So you're like, I got nowhere to go here.
Yeah, and like you can hear other zombies all around you. So you're like, I don't want to go this way or that way. And like, I mean, it's very intense.
That part in particular, you're like, this light zombie's down here. She's in the bathroom here. You got the cook guy down here. You poke your head in this other room, and there's zombies all over a table eating stuff, and you're like, "Where am I supposed to go?"
Yeah, it's really really tough.
I like it.
I've had to run away. I've had to run back to like the main room a couple of times just to kind of get myself together because stuff really pops off.
Have I? Yeah.
And it's scary. That maid was extra scary because. You know, I'd been hit by zombies before, and they like bite you on the arm, and it's mostly the same animation. And I was not expecting to get like my face raked like that. That was pretty effed up.
Different things definitely happen here with your zombie encounters, without a doubt. Yeah, there's a lot of variety to it, which makes it that much more fun. So yes, really enjoying it. Can easily see why the praise for this one was so high.
I also thought when I was watching trailers and stuff, I was, you know, as Grace, you collect zombie blood in like this little file, and you could use
I've
it
read
to make
things
stuff.
about it in the game. I've seen that it happens. I just haven't personally done it yet, but I know it's coming.
So I saw that and I was like, that's so stupid, you know. And like now I'm like a blood fiend. I'm like, give me that blood, suck it up, baby. Let me make something. Like I really like that. I really like that. And then you can use it to make, you know, the serum that you stab them when you're like sneaking up on them, and that's very satisfying to do. That.
I got to the room where you put the coins in the thing to unlock the different upgrades, and there's the note in there about that whole thing. So I know it's coming soon, but I'm just wandering around, taking my time, you know, collecting herbs and seeing zombies in places. And I'm like, don't have the ammo for this. I'll be back later.
I take my time so much.
I'm loving it
in these games, especially my first time through. I'm like, I want every inch to be appreciated because it's so great.
There's that one section where there's like the model of the hospital, and behind you is a room that's like largely dark, but you hear a zombie in there, and in front of you is like the entertainment room with like the zombies in there. And I'm like, I want to explore so much of this, and I really want to take my time, but I don't have the ammo to do this, and I need some other things first. I was like, let me go around and explore.
And that one zombie in that area.
Yes, I don't want to bring. Yes.
Oh my god,
it's so good. I'm purposefully avoiding talking about that one because you're aware that there's a zombie in the area. I'll say that, but you're like, what is going on? And when you get closer, you're like, I was like, this is so cool.
Horror,
and also,
man.
I'm like, I do not want to go.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so scary.
It's great. It's great. Game's great so far. We're both enjoying it, obviously, but you've heard enough. So, Deux playing it on PS5. I'm playing it on Switch 2. The experience is unchanged between the two games. There will be minor graphical differences. Like I said, if you're worried about the graphics being an issue or anything, go watch Digital Foundry's video. They are the kings of that kind of technical analysis, and what they have to show you will be very impressive. I have no doubt that you will be very impressed with what you see. So there's that. All right.
I'm bummed that that there's more games that are on PlayStation that aren't coming to the Switch, because hearing this about Resident Evil on the Switch makes me wish I could just be a one console guy, you know. But
well, a lot of people who are playing it on Switch 2 are saying like they went Switch 2 because they like the portability of it because they're on the go, or they have kids and they can't sit in front of the TV so they can play handheld. And Kit, former Nintendo employee Kit, and the guy who runs
Dark Gary
VGC have both said like they don't feel slighted at all in going with the Switch 2 version. They were, because you know, previous generations you do worry about that. It's like, oh, it's coming to other things, and you're like, the graphics are pretty different and it doesn't run as well, but it's serviceable. And they were saying in particular, like, this is one of the first times where you play it and you're like, you know, the differences are so negligible versus the trade-off of being able to play where I want to go that it's really not an issue at all. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, Capcom and like I said, Square Enix, like, and granted the power of the Switch 2 and DLSS, that's the big difference maker there, because DLSS is being used to take what is a low-res image and upscale it to make it look high def to a degree that you don't even recognize it unless you're like really, really, really taking like a very close eye to everything. The only, like I said, the only thing that really stands out is the hair. I think the hair looks fine, but there's definitely the hair looks better on other versions of the game. But outside of that, it's great. And the fact that it's 60 frames per second, like Roth is bringing up, is nuts. It is 60 frames per second. It's not steady, but it is largely steady so far. Like I said, I haven't noticed the dip at all. And it's crazy. It's very, very, very impressive.
Are you playing medium difficulty?
I'm playing whatever modern is. I figured I'd go modern.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well.
Because I'm not gonna replay it, but I was like, I feel like
it's a modern game.
Yeah, that's what
I'm going
to
play it once, and I'll do it the modern way. If
Yeah.
I wanted to play it again and make it more difficult, I could do the
Yeah.
classic with the ink ribbons.
Yeah.
But I feel like modern's the way to go, so that's
Yeah.
what I chose as well.
And I feel like I'm getting a decent challenge so far. And
Oh, I'm getting challenged. I've been killed a couple of times.
I have been killed once. Yeah.
Why did you choose third person Grace?
Because I want Resident Evil in third person.
Okay.
That's how the series, I don't want to say is meant to be for me, but that when I think of Resident Evil, I think of third person, and I don't like first person. If it was in VR, I would go that way because Resident Evil 7 in VR was fantastic, and that's how I played that.
Yeah.
But yeah, first person on just sitting there, I
don't know
nothing against it. Just I'd rather third person.
I don't know if I can handle a whole VR session of these games.
Well, it was very scary. 7 was very scary in first person, looking around corners and the weirdos in that old dilapidated house wandering around. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So. Plus, like in that game, what's his face gets his hand cut off and all that. And that thing jumps on you, and it's like there. You're not getting. You can close your eyes, but it's there and it's
Right.
happening. So. But yeah, I just like third person games overall better than first person. So, but that's that. Let's move on to questions. Send your questions to GoNintendo@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintendo@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
They can be about Nintendo video games in general or whatever the hell you want. LoveMyNES has this question. I'm a lapsed WWF/WWE fan, and I haven't watched any wrestling since the Attitude Era began. Oh, so it's been a long time. I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and loved the over-the-top personas of wrestlers. I recently purchased a few anthologies on eBay, and I've been watching a lot of the old events. I remember being younger and watching the squiggles on the pay-per-view channel, but I could still hear the audio. Yes, me too, for wrestling, definitely. I had wrestling buddies, action figures, video games, and I subscribed to the WWF magazine. Me too. After watching some of the old DVDs, it brought me back to thinking of some of my favorite wrestlers and events. Crush was always my favorite wrestler, though I feel Bryan Adams didn't get enough matches and screen time. What are some of your favorite wrestlers, events, eras from the WWF, WWE era? I feel like Dew could really come up with some answers here because you are a fan of the very bombastic persona era of pro wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you what eras or things like that.
You
but
can name wrestlers.
Yeah, but I was always a big Ultimate Warrior fan back in the day. I liked Ultimate Warrior, the Hulkster, and of course Andre the Giant. They were like the trifecta for me. And I had a buddy who had all like the figurines, like the rubbery figurines with the ring and everything. And those, maybe the best action figures that they ever made. There was just something about them where they were so durable and you could play hard with them, and they were big enough that like you could see the detail of them.
Yeah.
He had a couple of really good ones. I remember he was a big Hacksaw Jim Duggan fan.
Oh!
Yeah, and like you can't argue with that. So
he's got a board and he yells. What more do you want?
Yeah. And
what's your character? You have a board, you love America, and you yell.
Yeah. And then I remember like a little bit later, we were still young, but I remember later like Yokozuna and the narcissist Lex Luger, like there was a huge thing when it was like a big outdoor venue and like Lex Luger I
want to say that was a
body
Survivor
slammed.
Series or a WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, this is incredible. Like he's the strongest man ever. And so I was into all that. Obviously, Macho Man Randy Savage was a big one that I loved too.
Razor Ramon or not?
Yeah. Then
Razor Ramon. Of course, Razor's Edge. I feel like he is for you a tailor-made wrestler.
Razor Ramon was my favorite in that era. Like so, it was Razor Ramon. I liked the Narcissist and I liked Yokozuna as well, but it was Razor Ramon and I always liked, because it's so stupid, I liked IRS. I just thought it was so what a stupid, like the accountant wrestler, like it's so dumb.
Hey, they can't do taxes all the time,
and
They
it
gotta make
doesn't
money
get
other
any
ways.
better. Like, you'd think it wouldn't get better, and then it's like, oh wait, IRS stands for Irwin R. Shyster. It's
Couldn't get any
incredible,
quote
like,
unquote better.
I mean, it's incredible. And I had on Genesis, I had the WrestleMania game, and IRS was one, Razor Ramon was one, Papa Shango was a character, and the Genesis versions of their theme songs were so great. I used to spend hours just because you'd switch in the pick the character screen, you'd move to a character you want, and like the old song would fade out, and then their song would fade in. And I spent so much time listening to like some of their theme songs, and I don't know. So like that era, I absolutely love, for like the spectacle of it and like how goofy it was. But I also appreciate the wrestlers of today, because I just feel like they've learned so much from their predecessors. Like, they're not all like washed up drug addict alcoholics anymore. They seem to be like real positive and not about the partying and I'm so popular and I'm so great.
It's been
kind
the
of
biggest change by far. They are taking care of their mental health, their physical health, and they're not all machismo and all that stuff. And the older generation that's still alive that were like that have a very hard time with that. Like, the Undertaker really doesn't like that they're like that. But somebody like Mick Foley's like, yeah, this is how it should have always been, and we were the ones doing things wrong. And Mick was never really like that, but he wrestled in that era. So
it's weird that the Undertaker has those feelings, because it's like, how many people that he was close with are dead now? You know, like,
but that's it, baby. They
but why don't
lived
you
hard and fast.
Well, that's fine. You could be like, yeah, we were young and dumb and we had fun, but like, I kind of wish, like, good luck to the new team that's not killing themselves. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't be like,
there's some like gross honor to like, we lived 60 miles an hour all day, every day, and it's like, yeah, and you killed yourself, but yes, that's that kind of lifestyle. It's not for everybody.
In the case of the Undertaker, he needs fresh bodies.
Oh, that's very true. We're not looking at it like that. You're right, of course. I'm very happy.
New guys, their hearts aren't exploding.
I'm very happy they're not like that anymore. Like, that's a rarity to find one of them who's still like that. Like, some of them miss kayfabe being a thing. Like, they really wish that was still more of the industry, but not the drugs, drinking, sex, party hard all the time. They hang out backstage and have fun or play video games or like, text. They're not like doing that stuff. So I have 3 eras of wrestling like I had when I was a little kid, like most of us here. For a few years I watched, and I remember all the staples, the regulars, Hogan and stuff like that. Like I've said so many times, I don't remember what the event was, but there was one where Hogan, it was a pay-per-view, and my parents ordered it, and Hogan got taken out in a ambulance, and I was crying.
Oh, I remember
profusely crying, and I was like, Dad, is Hogan okay? Is he gonna be okay? My dad, very flippantly at the time, and I just thought of him as being a cruel person. He was like, yeah, I think he's going to be okay. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, why would he say it like that? To me,
what does he know?
At my mind, it amounted to, I was like, is my dad not a Hogan fan? I think he's a bad guy.
This is worse.
It clicked years later, and I was like, he wasn't a Hogan fan, but he was right.
He wasn't eating his vitamins.
And then
we wished he wasn't.
Yes. Fine. And then I had my high school era where I watched pretty late middle school into high school where I watched, and I was watching on my own. So that was the Attitude Era, and that was very crazy stories and over the top stuff, and lots of stuff that shouldn't have flown back then and very much doesn't fly now, and it shouldn't. But that was like an era of like 85% storytelling, 15% wrestling. Like that was all storyline, and the wrestling was not very good.
That's the one thing. Another thing that I appreciate about the wrestlers today is that they seem to really be able to show off that athleticism, or just like the technique, and you really appreciate the wrestling as an art form in a way, because they make it look so easy. They make it look so easy, and if you got hit with one of those moves, you'd be out for a week.
And there's a degree to that where, there's a whole line of things that wrestlers do in a way that they move and react that you wouldn't even think of. And then when you see somebody who doesn't usually wrestle go about things, you're like, oh my God. Like you realize like wrestlers are doing things that you don't even pick up on until it's not there. And you're like, oh, that's harder to do than I thought, because you see somebody else try and do it. And it's like, that's just like a regular thing they do all the time. And you see this person and you're like, oh, that's terrible. Like, and
it's like a really good actor being in a scene with a really bad actor.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is, man. It's like that. Yeah, my high school era was a lot of fun, but I eventually got out of it because I wasn't watching with anybody and I just fell out. And then there was the era when we were still at my parents' house. I was living at my parents' house and we started watching. Then it was me and Lube who got back into it, because Lube also watched for the Attitude Era. And it was just one random night we started watching, and I was like, yeah, why did I stop watching this? And then that era led me to where I am now. So it's literally been decades. As I've said a few times, very sadly, I am not watching WWE anymore because of the whole Trump situation and the politics situation. I just eventually got to the point when Mick Foley bowed out. I was like, I can't in good conscience stay here and continue watching. And I really want to watch. And it makes me sad multiple times every day. I was just lamenting the situation last night with MomBrain, because while I don't watch, I read the news about what's going on and keep up with storylines that way. And I'm like living vicariously through the articles that are written, and not through WWE's website or any of that. It's through third-party news sites that I've gone to forever. So I'm keeping up, and it just makes me so sad, because I really, really do appreciate it in so many ways. It was one of my core hobbies. And while I watch AEW and I keep up with the Japan side of thing and all that, WWE was my favorite for it, because I feel it focused more on storylines than most, but still allowed for great wrestling. And that storyline wrestling blend is what I really appreciate. Whereas AEW, they do amazing things, and their wrestling is phenomenal. They have some incredible talents when it comes to what they can do in the ring. But I feel storyline wise, with a few exceptions, their characters are largely the same. Of like, I'm an angry guy that's mean, and that's pretty much all that it is.
No accountants at all?
No, like I need my stupid characters. Like that adds a lot to it for me, because I love a stupid character, and I love the fact that in the world of WWE, everybody else just acts like the stupid character is just a regular person. Like that's not anything to, like there's a guy in WWE, Kit Wilson, his character is he's against toxic masculinity. And he wears very flamboyant outfits, and he yells at the men in the crowd and tells them they're disgusting. And he comes out to an amazing, like pop song that is so good. And it's just, I love that. And then there's like Chelsea Green, who thinks she's the best wrestler in the world, and she's completely delusional. But she has some followers in her character, followers that help her out. And she's just silly and stupid and weird. And it's so much fun. And then you have like, you have your wrestlers that are very much regular wrestlers like Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes, but I think there's some nuance between those. And it's just that all that mix of stuff that really does it for me, because you see those different personalities interact, and they all have different wrestling styles too. And then they put on matches that I really appreciate. So boy, do I miss it so much. And I was saying to MomBrain, they have a storyline going on right now that could not be more tailor-made for what I like. Like a month ago on Raw, apparently a crate showed up, a human-sized crate
filled with snacks. Like
we don't know what's in it, and the crate says don't open until today. It's at a premium live event that's happening today, and they've been passing the crate off back and forth between SmackDown and Raw, like talking about what's in it and what's going on. And I don't want this on my show. And so the general managers of each show are going to open it together tonight. And it's human sized because there's a human in it. And I love the idea that for a month there's been a human in this box. And the rumor is, and I'm going to be
the Shockmaster.
The rumor is, I'm going to be so sad if this is true, that it is Danhausen inside the box. And Danhausen is an AEW wrestler whose contract is up. And I love Danhausen to death. He is one of my favorites ever. He's painted face, little skinny guy who thinks he can put curses on people, and he can't, but because he gets into everybody's head, they end up screwing up. So then other people start to believe that he can actually curse people.
Nice.
And he's a comedic wrestler. He's a funny wrestler. He can actually wrestle, but he's a comedy character. And I love him so much. And the fact that I'm going to miss out on him being in WWE makes me so sad. So I'm checking news all night long tonight to see if Danhausen is going to be in the box because I'll be happy that he's in WWE, but I won't get to see him. I could cry talking about how much I miss watching pro wrestling. It was something I did every week, multiple times a week, and now I just read about it. And again, I watch the other stuff, but man, am I sad. But some things need to change, and it's important to me. I'm not watching CBS because of the political climate, and I don't like who's in charge there. Now with this goddamn deal going through with Warner Brothers and Paramount, that's going to take out like a huge chain of stuff that I'm not going to watch. What's going to happen to John Oliver? What's going to happen to John Oliver?
Who's going to be his new business daddy?
Yeah, right. Like he's obviously going to talk about it this week, but like his show could be killed off. I don't know. So
I'm surprised it hasn't been already.
You know? So with wrestling, yes, I'm in my the era I'm in now is my forever era because I will not stop watching. I just am not able to watch all the things I want to watch right now. But I love wrestling. I love wrestling.
Oh,
go ahead.
This is a stupid question. What does the R in Erwin R. Shyster stand for?
I got no idea.
That's a great question.
Just R.
Yeah,
Return?
I'm gonna look it up because I don't know if it's ever been.
It's like Homer J. Simpson, where the J is for J.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was revenue and he's
it's
Erwin Revenue Shyster?
Yeah, I have no idea at all.
Just curious.
They're gonna find out the answer in a second. So thank you for the question. Love my NES. I love talking about all that wrestling stuff, especially more now because I don't get to watch as much as I want to. We also have a Patreon question.
For $1.
For $1, you can join the Patreon. AutumnalBlake did, and they asked this question. Are you into fancy peripherals? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? Are you into fancy peripherals for your computer or other devices like fancy mice or keyboards? So I am into it, but I can't bring myself to spend the money on it. So I have a mechanical keyboard because I like the feel, but it's not like a crazy expensive mechanical keyboard. I really like my mouse that I have, which I've talked about before. It's a vertical mouse. So your hand isn't flat down with your wrist because that's not the best for you. It's a more natural sit for your hand. You know, when you naturally put your hand down on the table, it's on its side. So that's how I grip the mouse. I really like that mouse a lot. It's an excellent mouse. Logitech, just whatever their vertical mouse is. It's awesome. And that's it, really. But yeah, there is a world out there where I would have a whole bunch of different mechanical keyboards and like cherry switches and all that stuff. I could definitely get into that, but I don't want to spend the money on it. B, would feel bad spending the money on it because my computer stuff is like my workhorse stuff. I'm on it every day, like destroying it basically. My keyboard lost like all the writing on almost all the letters within a few months, and like my mouse is disgusting, and like it's just like that stuff is too nice. Where if I was going to get that stuff, I'd use it for like when I was playing games or something like that, or just to be aesthetically pleasing because I like the look of some of that stuff or the feel of some of that stuff. But yeah, so I don't do it, but I see a world where I could. And MomBrain, I don't believe cares about any of that. And Deux doesn't use a computer. And Kirby, I got no idea.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was looking up what the R stood for in Erwin R. Shyster.
No answer.
Any luck?
Nothing that I could see official. The character, the wrestler's name in real life is Mike Rotunda. So some people were saying it stands for Rotunda, and then Google AI, which we know is always right, said that it stands 100%. For Reader, Erwin Reader Shyster, which I don't believe. I couldn't find that.
I like the
else.
Rotunda. That makes sense. I should have thought of that. I know he's the father of Bray and what's his name? God damn it!
Oh, he's the Wyatt brothers' dad.
Here's Bray Wyatt's dad. Yeah.
Oh no!
And God, this is
Didn't
what happens
he
when you
pass
don't watch
away?
wrestling.
Bray
Yeah,
Wyatt
Bray's
passed-
dead.
He was great. He was the one that had that really cool tattoo of like a red paintbrush on his arm. It was like a paintbrush stroke. I always, for some reason, really liked that tattoo.
Yeah, COVID-related death. Yeah, he
Oh,
came
that's
back
right.
and he was getting ready to come back and it screwed with his heart, and he died in his training for his return.
That's such a shame.
Bo Dallas.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
There we go. But anyway, yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I got to stop like using the trackpad so much on my laptop. I think the problem is I don't really have a desk to put my laptop.
Difficult.
So I don't know. Once I get set up with an actual desk, maybe I'll be using an actual mouse.
I never liked trackpads.
I don't know why.
but
I do this to myself. It's so frustrating.
I did used to use. I don't know if they still have them. IBM's had them. The little red nub that was on the
I
keyboard.
remember
used
those.
the clit, the keyboard,
computer
the laptop clit. I used to finger that clit all the time. That was my mouse. Like that's what I used when I was on the laptop. I would because they both had trackpad and nub.
I remember when those things came when they first introduced those too.
Yeah, I remember that too because I was like, I don't know if I would like that, but I knew I didn't like trackpad, so I tried that and I was like, oh, I actually really like this.
You like that?
So
in college, my roommate had a one of those mice with the big balls, and you just rolled the
track
ball
ball,
around.
yeah.
My dad had one of those.
And,
I forgot about
I
that.
think my
At
dad
first,
too.
I was like, "This
With
is
the click
I
on
was
either
like,
side.
yeah."
they still make them.
And I was like, "This ain't gonna work for me." And I mean, I loved it actually. Got
Yeah.
really into it.
our friend Kyle, his dad used one of those, and then Kyle was like, maybe I should try one. And then I want to say Kyle still uses one to this day. I know he had one at his place of work because I remember looking at the desk and seeing it there. But I tried it and I liked it, but I still like the regular mouse more. I should probably try it again. But this vertical mouse that I use, that's been my favorite.
It was cool for me because the thing with me and mice is I hated having to pick it up and recenter it, which is nothing.
Yeah.
But like it's just what you do. But with that, you didn't move it at all, so you never had to do it. And I got into Diablo 2 on that mouse.
Perfect. Speaking of mouse and centering, you brought back a memory of my dad to this day not being able to figure out how mice work on computers because he's like the mouse will go into the corner of the screen and he'll be like, I got nowhere else to go. And he means with his hand in real life. And I'm like, Dad, just pick up your hand and move it down. And he just can't, that won't click for him. He's like, well, like he'd like throw the computer away. He'd be like, well, now the damn pointer's in the corner and I can't get it out of there. So that's it. Thank you, Tony De La Mancha. That's perfect. Here you go, MomBrain. This is it. That's me with the ThinkPad right there. And I also love lamb chop. So that's just great for many reasons. All right, let's do music.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm too distracted.
I just realized that they make lamb chop dog toys, which upsets me greatly. I don't like the idea of lamb chop being destroyed by a dog.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They look like the puppet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like chew toys of lamb chop. That's
I
terrible.
don't know why, but I keep remembering the lamb chop underwear song. The lamb chop underwear that kids can wear
Oh,
without
so
a care.
So it's the lamb chop theme song, but about underwear. It's the same song.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's lamb chops. Play along.
Where
Kids come to play along and fun things are all we ever do.
Call me crazy. Oh, I do say it a lot. You're right. Hush Puppy. I liked Hush Puppy better.
Yeah, Hush Puppy's
I loved
nice.
Hush Puppy. I always wanted to pet Hush Puppy. I wanted to
lick him.
Yes, I want to lick that Hush
I
Puppy.
think we know what you wanted to
That's
do.
right.
What about
anyway?
What about Charlie Horse?
He annoyed me. He was
Yeah.
okay, but he annoyed me.
Bleh.
He whined a lot.
He does whine a
But
lot.
Lamb Chop put him in his place, which I liked. And Hush Puppy was just sweet.
And I like Lamb Chop. She's a little
Lamb
zesty.
Chop's great, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Lamb Chop's daughter, what's her name?
Sherry Lewis.
Sherry Lewis's daughter does a great job.
I got music.
as
Yeah.
Lamb Chop.
You want to
Mhm.
hear
I've
it?
seen her do some really
You
woke
wanna
stuff on
hear it?
TikTok.
I know. Beautiful, Ice Silver. Beautiful. Send your music to GoNintpod@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintpod@gmail.com.
Maybe what?
Put music in the title. How about your local
Help.
MomBrain? Wrong answer.
Well, we've got from Mikey a 319.
Oh, I know this. What do I know this from? I swear I
sports
know
games.
this.
Is it like California games or something?
No,
Okay.
That was a pretty good guess, though.
Winter games?
nope,
No.
This is not right. TNC Surf Design.
nope.
Skate or
Is it a
Die?
sports game?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Doesn't ring a bell for me.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
It's weird. It sounds familiar to me.
Is it a puzzle? Oh, you don't know what kind of game it is.
Oh,
Is it
it's that guy that plays the pigs.
Yeah, I got there. I knew what you were saying. Into the PVC pipe. Yeah.
Huh.
Renegade?
No.
Man, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I want to say I do know it.
It's a platform game.
Oh my god, I got no idea.
And it's not like licensed. Okay.
I'm officially giving up.
Yeah, I give up, but I think I'm going to kick myself when I hear it.
You know why you might be? Go ahead.
City Connection.
No, I don't
Who
know
made
it.
City Connection? I think
Jaleco.
what might, who? I think what might
Cruisin',
be making
I think
you
is what it
think
became known as.
a lot of
Bases
those
loaded.
notes and style of song is the same notes and style used in the song and elevator action.
Oh, yeah. That
'Cause
sounds.
can
Yeah.
you look up? I can look it up.
That could be. That's definitely it.
I want to see who did elevator action. Because I could place that it was related to, or I thought it was related to elevator action, but I knew it wasn't that. Elevator action.
Yeah, definitely never heard of
NES.
City Connection. That's
It's that little car that drives around.
A Honda.
and
Apparently.
Jaleco,
one of those
you
ones-
said was the company.
Jaleco.
Elevator action.
Mhm.
Oh, you go ahead. I'm just doing my own
Okay.
thing.
This one is from Geku Kitsune.
Ninja Turtles?
No.
Like a Looney Tunes game or something.
Not Looney Tunes.
That is the Ninja Turtles song right there. Based on that goddamn noise, this is a licensed game.
It is.
Oh boy.
That whistle, the sign of a shovel license game. What is
Roger
that?
Rabbit or something.
Not Roger Rabbit.
Incredible Crash Test
Nope.
Dummies.
Tiny Toons.
Nope.
Animaniacs.
Bugs Bunny.
No and no.
That is the Ninja Turtles. They ripped it off. Ninja Turtle. Man, after such a good week last week, we're not going to get anything.
I give up.
Trying to think. Bucky O'Hare.
No.
Trying to think of Felix the Cat.
No.
Trying to think of licenses back then on NES.
Nope.
Simpsons. Not-
Yes. Yes, it is a Simpsons.
Oh,
Wait, it's not on NES? Game
It is
Boy then?
NES.
Oh, okay. Simpsons. Bart versus Space
No.
Mutants. Bart versus the
No.
World. Bart.
No.
Simpsons on NES. What Simpsons games were there?
Oh,
on NES?
oh no. Is it that
Camp Krusty?
Krusty is in it.
Krusty's Super Fun House?
Just
Krusty's Fun House.
Krusty's Funhouse, yes.
Nice.
I played it on Super Nintendo. I don't
Mm,
remember what the
Nintendo's on
music is like on
Nintendo.
that. Oh my god, that's terrible. I remember the game being good though.
really?
Yeah, the Super Nintendo
Simpsons
one, I
game?
remember it being very good. Like it was kind of like Lemmings. You were Krusty controlling little mice,
Oh, okay.
and it was fun. Yeah.
Here's one from Wired.
Well, it's guitar, so let me be crazy and guess Sega.
Yeah.
It ain't Sonic guitar though, because it ain't cheesy enough. Can we have a system?
Switch.
Well, yeah. Okay. In my detective work, knowing it's not Sonic, and I can't explain why, but knowing it's Sega and it's guitar, I'm going to go with some entry in the Yakuza franchise.
Yes.
I haven't played it, so I don't know what.
Oh, and I'm sorry, it's on Switch 2.
Okay, then I can Yakuza 3,
No.
2,
No.
1,
No.
0.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Should have started the other way around. I'll take it.
Great job.
Great job.
Yakuza. Nobody loves a
I-
guitar like Sega does.
It's true.
I've got one from Tony de la Mancha.
Oh, this is one I actually know. This is Pokemon Diamond.
Yeah.
I like this song a lot. That's why I know this one.
Tony
Pretty.
says, always makes me feel calm and nostalgic.
Yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah, this is good shit.
Yeah, I could kill a Pokemon in this song. Do I? I should have let you answer. I know you know it. You gonna go to the next song?
This one is
What are you doing?
I said the S word.
Oh, I didn't notice.
this one's from Prat Trap.
Oh, okay. This screams GameCube Wii era to me.
GameCube.
Oh, okay. All right. This is first party.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Okay. Let me think. Okay. It's Kirby Air Ride.
It is.
Oh, nice.
It's got that Sakurai style, and he only made 2 GameCube games that I know of: Smash Brothers and Kirby Air Ride. I still have not played Kirby Air Ride.
Well done. This one's from Tater Tot.
T-Tot.
I ain't got nothing on this.
Pretty sure you played it.
Uh-oh. Do you have a system?
Switch.
Oh, dear whiz. I feel like that chiptune noise should clue me in, but I'm not
UFO 50.
not picking up on anything.
No.
Man, I really can't place it. Can I have a company?
Give it up.
Is it first party?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it's Way Forward?
No.
Oh, well then, all right. Go ahead. I don't know. I'll take the L.
You want me to give you the? I'll give it.
I'll count it as a loss, but give me the company.
Nicholas.
Oh. Well,
Animal Well.
that doesn't narrow it down as much as you would think.
Cave Story.
No.
B.
No.
Binding of Isaac?
Yes.
Yeah. Nicholas published a lot of games, so I liked Binding of Isaac. I didn't fall in love with it like most people did, so I didn't play too much of that. I don't remember a lot of the soundtrack.
This one is from. Let me just be sure here. No. Hold on a sec. That's why I was sure. That's why I checked. Yep.
Just for you at the table.
This one is from Alien Boy VA. It's coming.
Tell me a fable.
Okay. I have no idea. Do I know this?
I don't know.
Feel myself. Man, I honestly don't know. Is it a racing game?
Ready to drown deep in the sky. I spy over my green string as
Yeah.
I dive right into the free air. And
I like it.
the lights make gray out the
What's that? No Straight Road. I got no idea.
I don't know.
We're giving up.
Yeah.
Boys on the Switch.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a music game. Yeah,
Voice.
Boys.
VOEZ.
They just said
Mm.
boys.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to get us. Just throw out license. Well, maybe it's not licensed, but throw out music games. Music.
This one. Let me double check who this is from. This one is from Coney Maroney.
Okay.
Come along now. Here we go. Hurry, hurry.
The real high class bout.
You are right.
I can't remember. It's Cuphead. I can't remember what else the announcer
It
says.
is Cuphead.
A great something and
For
then
a swell,
some.
for a swell battle or something.
Yeah.
Great day for a swell battle.
Love me some Cuphead.
It was Cuphead.
I still have my give me Cuphead till I'm cup dead mug. I love it so much.
Okay, the last song we have comes from
Knockout.
Oh dear. Comes from Morph Baller.
More ballin'. Licensed?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
First, it's not first party.
I'm looking it up. Just to be sure.
Have a system?
Switch.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with that?
Pretty intense.
Like
Seems
a movie
score, yeah.
I mean, but it looks like oh yeah. Okay. So what we're listening to is a remake.
Okay. Well, thank God that narrows it down because there's not a lot of remakes nowadays.
It was originally on the Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Alive.
No.
I don't recognize the music.
Demon's Crest.
No.
ActRaiser 2.
It is ActRaiser, yes.
Whoa!
Oh, so it's the first one?
This is Renaissance.
Okay.
So it was the remake.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Soundtrack by Yuzo Koshiro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well done.
Thank you. Wow.
You really
Holy
you got
crap.
us there.
Nice job.
Pulled that out of my butt.
Poop comes out of the butt. Poop comes out of the butt.
Pull that out of your bleach hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our last song. You what? Play a song?
That was it.
No.
Thought that was
I
Oh.
got one more.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, you closed everything? I really thought we had one more. Maybe I miscounted.
No, you're probably right. Okay, give me just a moment.
Oh, but you're all logged out and everything.
Yeah, see, look, here we are. Back in action. This
Is
comes from
Jeopardy.
For Tan Hump.
This is serious.
Here we are.
We shouldn't have done another. It's whimsical. And I also, it's. Oh my God. hell is this? I got no clue.
It's a little deranged.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd just be throwing guesses out.
It was originally on the PSP, but then re-released on the Switch.
Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
No.
Patapon.
No.
Epic Mickey.
No.
Some like NIS America game.
It is.
Yeah, I know my PSP. What game? I didn't play them. Something with something with the little penguin in it.
Yeah.
This Gaia.
No.
Oh, that Gaia.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a penguin.
Yeah, it's like a little. It kind of looks like a penguin. It's not this Gaia. This is some. Oh God, damn it!
That was Nikki Hill
Yeah,
level.
It's a little penguin.
Thank you. Does it say "dude" in the title?
No.
Dude Gaia.
Can I look up PSP games? I knew it was NIS America. Who else would put out PSP games?
Columns.
No.
I didn't mean to crack
Man,
there.
I really thought this guy was going to be it. I don't. Just go ahead.
Prinny. Can I really be the hero?
It was the game I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Pretty.
That's one of the ones I own. Damn it.
That's it.
Did I get 0.5 for that?
Yeah.
All right. 6.5 out of 10.
Oy.
I should have guessed that. So, damn it. Whatever. Well, that's it. The show's over on a sad note.
Well, maybe we'll spruce it up because the show ain't over until we have a little something called Deux Views. It's never news. Rumor of the week with Dew Michaels.
What of a story.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the dance we weave with Dew's Views. You love it. So at the end of the show, I send. Let's start over. I send my spiders and my flies all over the video game realm, and they come back to me with the best rumors that you've never heard of before, and then I read them. So I've got a rumor here, and this is all very exciting. The only thing I'm seeing here on this note that this spider just handed me, it says here that we're doing something new this week. It's not a rumor. This is actually a true story. So for once, we're bringing you breaking news. Breaking news.
This is why we do the show, people. This is why we do
it. And so you might remember we talked earlier about Gran Turismo and how it could be coming to Switch 2. Well, don't worry anymore if you thought it wasn't, because it is, and here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, the head of Sony and the head of Nintendo got together and they were like, let's do a little switcheroo. You give us Gran Turismo and you can have Mario Kart. So Mario Kart, for the first time ever, is going to be on the PlayStation 5.
News.
And you're going to get to play as such characters as Astro Boy and Kratos.
Astrobot, I think you mean, but okay.
Yeah, Astrobot and Kratos and
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, there'll be a Nathan Drake in there. Joel's gonna be in there.
Joel, yeah, Daddy Joel.
Yeah, Daddy Joel. There's a couple of things that are very exciting about this very true story. So get ready to play Mario Kart on the PlayStation 5 with all your favorite PlayStation characters, including Crash Bandicoot.
Wow, how's that working?
Well, he decided to leave his racing game and whatever system he's on now to come over.
He's been on all systems for decades.
We can't expect spiders and flies to really get everything right. I mean,
they
just
have little tiny mouths, so sometimes maybe you mishear things sometimes.
I don't think it's my fault.
10 Division, thank you for putting that Astro Boy GIF in the chat. Spider-Man, of course. Yeah, Tony's right about that. Spider-Man will be in Mario Kart because Sony and Spider-Man. That's a given, without a doubt. Trying to think of other characters that might be in it. All the popular franchise characters from Sony.
Master Chief. Wait, no,
that's
the other one.
Bloodborne from Bloodborne.
That's a very good one.
Parappa.
Yep.
Very
Poor Apple will
popular
be there.
nowadays.
Jammer Lammy.
Jammer Lammy. Yeah. So many mascots. It's so hard to think of them.
There's a lot, and it's all really good. The guy from Days Gone is going to be
Oh,
in
yes. After that developer spoke out so loudly about how he hated being cameos in another game, he's going to be in Mario Kart. Well, thank you, Dude, for that very true story, and thank you, Spiders, and thank you, Flies. We appreciate it, and thank you
for your service.
for listening. We are done. That's it. Next week we're going to be, if you're watching live, we're doing the show earlier than usual for reasons you will see later. It'll be New Jersey time 1. But as for this show, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Ta-ta.
Any after show, anything from anybody, or okay, then that's it. We're done.
Anyone got to run to the potty?
We did it.
We finished.
And we got to do it.
It's done.
We got there.
Okay.
Did you watch the new Freer in RMC?
I meant to ask you because that was an episode.
Yeah, it was great.
Man, that was an episode. Oh,
when it like the end credits happened, and I was like, wait a minute.
No.
Like I thought 5 minutes had passed. I
yep.
don't know why I was so into
It's
that
amazing.
episode.
That show really does. There's a few anime that I watch where like the end credits come up and I'm like, what? All right.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm ready for the next episode.
That episode with the, I'll just say with the guy carrying the guy, I was like, oh, that's some rough stuff, man. That's some rough stuff.
Yeah, that was really well done.
Yep.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. Loved it, and it flew by as they all do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. And we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.